And welcome to the Games Tavern. So glad to have all of you here today. If this is your first time watching us, please hit that like, follow, subscribe, whatever those actual buttons are on the social media platform that you're watching us on right now. So excited to have you here. If this is your first time seeing any of these characters, take a look around. You're going to see some amazing people tonight. Ensemble cast of obnoxious nerds who all love to play D&D. Really quick, who's kicking off the sponsor announcement, and then we'll kick off into the game. And can I get some mischief music to get started while they start
Talking
these?
Shard?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah, I'll kick it off. A humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop, the amazing sponsor of this show. Go to the link in chat and check it out for yourself. It is the place to play all of your 5th edition games. It gives you everything you would need, such as digital tools, character sheets, and other tools for gaming use. It's amazing, easy to use. Rob just divided a bunch of stuff to all of our sheets, which is great and makes me have to do a lot less work. So I love it. We think so highly of it that it's the official virtual tabletop of the Games Tavern. And to make it even better for you, you can use the code TGTShard20 to save 20% on all your subscriptions. That's right, TGTShard20 to save 20%.
TGTShard20.
Thank you. One more time.
For the people in the back.
For the people. Shard20. TGT Shard20.
Oh, man. All right. So with that, we're going to kick off right here. So here we go, guys. Everything happens for a reason. Most of the time it's because, well, you made it happen. So in this particular instance, what's happening is, hold on one second. You guys have just robbed a bunch of nobles. Now, you didn't just rob any nobles. You robbed particularly snotty, snobby, and bullying nobles who probably had it coming. Well, it's still illegal, but it feels really good, right?
Vigilante justice.
So good that some of you, when you got in, partied until the next morning. Now, who wants to fess up to that? Who did it? Luciano on his wild kazoo. Garlo, keeping an eye on everyone else. Cimarine, probably needing to be kept an eye on.
Probably.
Okay. Luciano had met a new boy band called Crit It to Hit It, if I recall correctly.
Yes, that was their lead single.
The half-elf boy band Crit It to Hit It.
Yep.
And they were on their way to Waterdeep, if I recall correctly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got tickets to their show, guys.
Their manager was
Backstage
already
passes.
there. That's right. Okay.
Excited.
Turge's character met with a longtime friend from the Wayback Machine who dropped some serious lore bombs on the rooftop of the inn, where they snuck out and hung out for their part of the evening before she snuck back into the window and went to bed. Rafe, being ever the typical priest of Gond, practical, smart, and more importantly, tired, went to bed at a reasonable hour. As we enter into the next morning, the roosters crowing in the morning, can I switch over to some town day music, please? The party is either going to bed or waking up. How does this look, guys and gals?
I imagine Cimarine, Lucy, Garlo, like maybe linked arms, coming up the steps. Some of us are maybe in more rough shape than the others. I have like such a good time. And it just flies by when you're having fun, you know?
The morning sounds of the town rolling through as you stumble up the stairs. The door cracks open to Rafe's room, and
I'm on my way out. Fully dressed. I look like I've already done my morning ablutions, and I am a little bit surprised to see people walking in. Oh, I was just about to go assist Farmer Greenwald. After that, I should be back.
Great. Love to hear it. Go ahead and just let us know when you get back. If it's, I mean, give us a couple hours. But then, yeah, let us know when you're back.
Right. I'll bring some hair of the dog when I come. All
Can
right.
you bring bacon when you come back? You're going to a farm. That means you should be able to bring bacon.
I'll see what I can
Luciano,
do.
where are you during all this?
Me? I'm in
Mhm.
bed in my room.
So you've
Asleep.
come up the stairs too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm with them. Yeah. I was gonna say I'm going to my room.
Okay.
I am passing out.
All right. Turja, you're hearing the conversation outside your door. Cimmerine's right outside the door because she's about to come in. What do you do?
I'm pretending to be asleep still.
Okay. So you guys go to your rooms, except for Rafe. Rafe heads downstairs, grabs himself a quick nib of breakfast, but while he's doing that, Cimmerine enters the room where Turja is pretending to be asleep.
Tarja. And like stumble over and sit on your bed and
Oh, no.
pat your arm. Tarja. Wake up. Wake up.
Mm.
And you feel a light weight tab onto your shoulders as a Tressum has now started to knead biscuits onto your shoulders.
Me or
as it-
Cimarine?
Cimmerine's shoulders, because
Ah.
it was asleep on Cimmerine's bed, but it got to sleep alone and was not happy.
Doing my best now to like appease the
Mhm.
cat creature and my friend. You missed out on such a good time. Why where were you?
I was busy.
Busy? There's no such thing as too busy. We were up all night. We didn't see you at all.
That's lovely. You should go to bed if you've been up all night.
I mean, I guess. And I'm gonna like try to worm in. I'm not under the blanket. I'm just trying to like squeeze in next to you. I just.
No, I sort of knock her off almost.
Harsha.
Go away! I pull the blanket over my head.
Fine, I guess. And I'll go pass out on my bed.
Okay. Garlo and Luciano stumble into their room.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait.
Lucy's got his own.
Luciano stumbles into his own room. Garlo stumbles into the room with Rafe. Luciano, your pillow has been shredded. Once again. But there's a... You're muted, bud. I can't hear you.
I said I'm gathering all the shreds into a pile so that I could lay down in them. I'm just like, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. And the badger is just like... and nuzzles into your neck and crook, but he doesn't seem like he's tired anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling him all about the night. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Reg-
and he's just listening. But
Reggie, you'll never believe. Oh my god. Oh, so there I was. I got my kazoo. There were other kazoo players. Yeah. There were other. It was amazing. I played.
the badger's looking at you.
I don't even know. Like, it wasn't even a song. I don't even know how to describe what I played because it wasn't like written. It wasn't anything I knew. It wasn't anything written. It just kind of like came out and it was made. You should have been there. Oh my god. We got tickets to a show. We go back to Waterdeep.
Which, if you understood badger, would be feed me, you fucking fool.
Oh, and I'm
I've
just
been
talking.
sitting here
I'm just-
all night and I have not eaten.
I'm just waiting. I'm like, this is amazing. Isn't it amazing? I'm talking to a creature who can't talk back.
And he's paying on every word, but he's basically making these like. Garlo, as you start to come in, you're hearing in the next room over, but it fades away. Rafe's bed is perfectly made.
It's Garlo, like, is blurry vision and everything. It's like, I think those corners on the sheets are straighter than when we checked in. Right. I think Garlo's first thing is he's gonna take the water basin and the tub and just like soak his head because he's been drinking a lot, and so it's like not a sober up, but it's like, hey, I'll absorb water through osmosis too, and just kind of
Keeps the room
clean
from
off a
spinning. Okay. Rafe, as you step out into town, you are greeted by farmers moving their horses, and in some cases their livestock through town in different areas, and a what appears to be another wagon company, mercenary company from the Zentarum moving from east to west, or from west to east, towards the Evermoot Way, probably on their way to Yartar. A few more steps in as you get closer to the main area, you see what appears to be a gathering of people on horses and someone else on a horse yelling back at these individuals. And you notice it's the guards in the tapestry of, or not tapestry, what's the word I'm looking at? Tabards of their lords. Chet Cragsmere and Roderick Amakathra are standing there yelling, "We want to know where these people are. We know they're here. We know they stole everything that we have, and we want justice now." And you're very equally unmoved. Woman, dark hair, some scars visible on her face, standing there, going, and who are they? What clues do you have? You've got people who are dressed up in costume and showed up and took you for all you're worth, and they didn't touch anybody else in the whole place. How do you know your stuff was stolen here? You've got no evidence, and you have no people. Well, surely, Lord Protector, you know what you're doing. Oh, surely, you are absolutely belligerent, drunken fools.
Don't call me
And
Shirley.
right now, I've got nothing to go on, and I've got no time or energy for this. I demand justice! And Rafe just keeps walking on. That conversation is continuing to fade into the distance. Asking around a bit just to make sure your directions were right, Rafe. You find out Farmer Greenwald is, if we could transition to map, just in case it's not showing. Farmer Greenwald is located right here, further up to the northeast of town. That's still in the town proper, not the extended farms that are all over the place throughout this area.
Right.
Making your way down the main thoroughfare, you pass by, what is that? The Cart and Coin, which is an old place that sells horses and draft animals, deals in feed and gear if you need it. You then pass by what I think was, if I recall correctly, the Frost Touch Frog, which is the old name for the place. The new name for the place hasn't been come up with yet. That was the hotel that's being rebuilt now by another adventuring party, or inn. And then you get to the old place that was mentioned early on, the Six Windows. A chilly, creepy, decrepit, wooden, large rooming house. It looks like there may even be some gaps. There may even be some missing siding for some parts of this house that would let air flow through. Probably not such a great place in the winter, but I mean, you could tell that it would have been the cheapest place in town. A little further, but behind it, you see the woods to the south are beautiful, but in many cases, a large area of it is gold or red colors, like it would be in autumn throughout the year. And you can't help but get a feel that there's something magical going on there. Making a right from the Six Windows, you follow the road up to Farmer Greenwald's house. At Farmer Greenwald's house, you see it's a large stone building, not massive, but it's a stone farmhouse. It's been around for a while. As you come up the road, you see someone guiding some pigs into a pen. It looks like one of the kids. And then you see what looks to be the gentleman that you had bumped into at the tavern much earlier in the evening, who got up to leave at a reasonable hour, cutting wood out front. he sees you. He waves. You could just as easily keep walking down to the other house, but then he realizes you're there for him and you're the gentleman he spoke to the night before.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over and offers his hand to shake.
Ah, Farmer Greenwald, a pleasure to see you.
Yes, priest. I guess I never really asked you your name.
It's fine. I am, in this function, a priest of Gond, but you can call me Rafe if you need to.
All right, Priest Rafe. It's good to see you. So you mentioned you do things with water and irrigation, and I mentioned I had a well problem. Do you think you could help?
Well, I can certainly take a look. I assume that your irrigation stopped working at some point. Do you know when that was?
It was like a week ago. It was very awkward. Can I get some Farmer Brown's music? Transition here.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to show me the well, I will dig in and see what I can find.
Thanks. It's affecting me and it's just if we don't get some water on these crops soon, it's gonna really ruin some things for us. Let me get the children in. And he does a thing with his two fingers and blows a loud shrill whistle. I'm not gonna do it because I want to keep the wax in your eardrums. And the kids come running from the various different things they were doing. He goes, all right, y'all get in the house while this man, goes and takes a look at the well. I don't want y'all messing around with him while y'all are in here. He guides you around to the side of the house, a few 100 feet away, or actually about 100 feet away. And there, in a large stone circular fashion, is a well.
Mm-hmm.
It is about 5 feet around in a hole on the inside, and a little further around with stone rings. A wooden setup with a pulley and block and tackle to have a very large bucket that goes down, fills with water, and comes back up.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, there's no water at the bottom anymore. We don't know what's going on, but it's like it dried up.
Interesting. Do you mind if I take a look down at the bottom?
Well, I mean, sure.
I have my own rope, and I'll pull a length of rope out. I just need to secure it, and I will be back in a jiffy.
You can absolutely secure it to the wooden posts and overreach. It's absolutely strong enough to hold you. Make a survival check real quick for me. Let's see here. Okay, thank you. All right. You tie your rope off. You make your way down, and about midway through, your rope knot unties and you plummet.
Okay.
And you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as your head strikes the stone circular edges on the way down. You land with a almost dried plop. As you sink through the first 2 inches of very dry soil and then get into a mucky, brownish mud? Algae? You're not quite sure. It kind of smells bad, though. You're about knee deep in it. Okay. And thank you to Den for playing, or DJ D20 Den for playing that card. She gave you a +1 to survival for your next roll in case you want to not fall down again. Thank you, Den.
It's a plan.
All right. And what are you going to do?
Well, while I'm down here, I'm going to take a look around. And if I can't see anything that leaps out at me, I will attempt to shape water. Since I can actually do that with mud, I'll block the mud up and move it out of the way and see what I can see.
Okay. As you're doing that, you're using shape water, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get some of that next phase of this thing? So as you're doing this, you're feeling a large stone that is further down that has, well, it's apparently blocking the area there.
Okay.
The water is definitely got some pressure behind it. You can feel the water with shape water. All right. What are you gonna do?
All right.
now?
So I've slid some mud out of the way, and I can tell that
You
there's
can
a stone
sense
down
it.
there. Okay.
And you can sense the much purer water behind this very large boulderish stone.
Okay. I don't think I can create enough pressure with shape water to do anything, but it does give me a solution if I can find someone who is strong and motivated to pull ropes.
Why not give it a shot, Ray?
Well, I'm not strong. and
What's
and
your spell
after,
DC?
Let's see. I think it's 13 now. Yeah,
Okay.
13.
You're feeling a lot of that water pressure behind that stone.
Okay. Then I will step to the side, at least what I perceive to be the side, and I will freeze a block of the water behind there, and we'll see if that creates additional pressure.
Okay. Make a D20 spell check with your charisma bonus to back it up.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just roll that.
Here we go.
It's a 22.
You feel the power surge behind it, as if somehow something else is helping you. There's pressure building up further and further, almost a churning that you can feel as you struggle to bring it up. And then suddenly, a geyser of water shoots up. However, the stone shoots completely through the top of the well overhang itself. You are showered with splinters from below as water quickly starts to fill the area.
That boy? Rafe is stuck in a well?
Holy crap! You hear from above as Farmer Greenwald is like, I haven't seen. Holy! Did you make a? The geyser shoots back down and begins to flood the well, and filling it up quickly.
All right. Well, I can swim, so I'm just gonna float my way to the top.
I was gonna say.
So it floats your way to within 5 feet of the top, but you manage to make a athletics check for me.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Nope.
What if it was
3.
acrobatics?
So you're treading water with no problems, but your ability to get a handhold on the stone is lackluster. I'm gonna let you do it again with advantage because Farmer Greenwald, seeing you struggle, reaches down and gets some rope out, and he's maybe a better knot tire right now than you are, and begins to help you out.
Right
Isn't
now,
there a
yeah.
rope dangling? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely not tying any
Well,
knots
the rope's
in this
not
water.
dangling anymore. The stone kind of shattered through it, but oh yeah, he pulls you right out. He goes, "This is a miracle."
Well,
That stone landed like 20 feet over there. And there,
it wasn't
You
really a
see
miracle. It
a
was
massive rounded gray stone.
it
the
was
distance.
something else. Do you mind if I take a look at that stone?
We talk about going.
It's going to take a little bit to fix the well, but nothing that's not too repairable, I guess.
Actually, how bad does it look?
So it's typical round stone area with 2 pillars up, a column across.
Yeah, I know what a farm
and then there
looks
was like
like.
a mini rooftop built on top of it to keep, other things from falling into it, like bird poop and whatever.
So the roof's gone?
Yeah, the roof is gone, and so is the center spar that would allow the thing for the block and tackle. Block and tackle is like 4 feet away on the ground with a coil of mangled up rope.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Stone is about 3 feet around. It's probably heavier than you could move easily. There are interesting symbols on it, though. 2 or 3, not a lot. They're older.
Is this arcana or history here?
Make a history check.
Okay. That's
No
a
idea.
6.
No idea. One's kind of wavy, another one's kind of a series of squiggles that you can't quite make out. It could just be scratches in the rock. You're soaked from head to toe, by the way.
Right. Well, okay. So I was, and then I prestidigitation myself dry.
Okay, so just like the scene from Back to the Future, everything dries out.
Yep.
And
Farmer Greenwald, do me a favor. This stone, would you find something to cover it up with? I need to get somebody who actually knows more about the history of this area to come take a look at this.
is the stone important?
Very well could be. It was blocking the flow of water into your well.
Oh, okay. Where'd it come from?
Well, I don't know enough about this area to be certain, but it could have been put there by some of the early settlers, or it could have been more recent, which is why I need to find someone who knows the area a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. How long you think it'll be before you get somebody over here?
Well, maybe a
I
couple
cover it
hours.
with what's left of the roof from the original well, I guess.
Sure.
There's pieces
yeah.
of it everywhere. He starts looking around.
Let me run into town, and I can probably see about getting you some new lumber for the well cap. So let me do that. Please make sure that nobody comes and takes a look at this, or definitely does not try and leave with it. If you would, please.
I'll do my best.
But your well should be fine now.
Yeah, it's cleanest water I've seen in a while, and just so much of it.
Yeah. If your block and tackle don't work, let me know. I can fix that before I leave as well.
I think the block and tackle is fine. Thank God that stone didn't hit that on the way up. But boy, this is like a magical rocket. Like a meteor came up. It was amazing.
Well, certainly something even I don't see every day. I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mosey my way back into town.
On your way back, as you hit that main road, you see thundering horsemen riding by to the west of that same group that was pretty mad at what would have probably been the Lord Protector of town. As they go by, you'll hear, it's only about 4, maybe 5 days to Neverwinter, maybe a full 10 day, but we'll get there, and from there we'll get our revenge on Tribor. Screw this 18-horse town. And on their way out.
Well, I will chuckle a little bit and continue on my way into town. Is there anybody else that I might be aware of in town who would know anything about the history of the place?
Well, I mean, you can always go talk to the Lord Protector, I guess.
You know what? That's
You could
actually a good
talk,
idea.
and that's not a guarantee that that person's going to know either, but that person
Right.
might know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But Tribor is kind of like a town that's kind of like risen and fallen a little bit in terms of like its population and its livelihood, and it's on the way back up now. Right now.
Yeah. Then I guess I will go visit the Lord Protector.
Okay. So you go down to the main tower, the Market Square and Tower. Now, the Market Square doesn't have many people in it right now because it's still kind of early in the morning. But there are some people setting up stands for minor items and fresh produce from the various different farms that are not, dedicated to horses or cattle or what have you. It's basically the center of the town where the Long Road meets the Evermore Way. The large tower is over 2 stories, dominating the space, with a simple stone keep. It leans a little bit to the east. The building's been here for a while. Hanging above the entrance of the dusty banner of the Lord Protector, which depicts 3 black boars running towards the head of a banner on a blood-red field. There are a number of uniformed militia standing in front who see you approaching. They kind of look up and acknowledge you as you're at the door, but they're kind of not letting you in. Yeah, can we help you?
I was just assisting Farmer Greenwald with his well issue, and I've discovered something that might be of interest to your Lord Protector.
Is it a threat?
Well, I certainly hope not. More of historical importance, possibly?
Oh, well, let's see if Lord Protector Shendril has some time. And
Thank
just
you.
wait here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Goes in to the keep, comes back out, says, yeah, just wait right here. Brings you into the main foyer there. It's not too fancy, but there's a couple wooden benches with some pads on them. As you sit down, almost immediately, an armored woman comes through. Yes, I understand you wanted to talk to me about something that's concerning Farmer Greenwald's old place?
That would be correct, Lord Protector. He asked me to come take a look at his well. I am a priest of God, and I actually specialize in irrigation and in water management.
Priest of Gond.
Yes.
How long have you been in town?
Oh, well, we just got in yesterday. We came from, what's the name of that town? The one that was overrun by giants.
Sousish?
Yes, that's the one. Yes, we came through Southside right after the giants attacked, and we had been planning to stay there and continue on towards Neverwinter, but we ended up here. And last night in the tavern, I met Farmer Greenwald, and he asked me to come take a look at his well.
Were you in the tavern all day yesterday?
Well, no, we went shopping. We had to buy a new pair of horses for our cart.
A new pair of horses for your cart. When did you go shopping?
Oh, probably around midday yesterday.
And other people would have seen you?
Well, I'm pretty sure they would.
Are you the only priest of Gone in town?
Well, I can't
Are there
be certain.
other priests of Gone with you?
Not with me, no.
Uh-huh.
You know, we go on walkabouts.
I don't know. I'm not as familiar with the Padre of the Gond as others are. We don't get them through here all the time, so.
Right.
But,
Well,
you
the
know,
priesthood
funny you should mention this. I just had 2 nobles and their entire guard group come in here, and they swore up and down that a group of people, including a high priest of Gond in beautiful flowing robes, just robbed them blind. Now,
I'm standing
you wouldn't
here
happen to
in
know anything about that, would you?
my work robes that are covered in mud. Even though I prestidigitated myself, I didn't get the mud off. I just got the water out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm certainly no high priest of Gond. There are at least 3 in the Sword Coast region that I'm aware of. One would be in Neverwinter, one would be in Baldur's Gate, and one would be in Waterdeep.
All right. There's probably just a made-up priest anyway. Well, what did you find?
I investigated the farmer's well. I went down, and it was, well, not quite dry, but most of the way dry. But I discovered that there was a stone placed within the well, restraining the flow of water. And I managed to dislodge that stone, and I was curious enough to take a look at it when it finished flying out of the well. And it looks like somebody had either put in some glyphs or some sigils, or possibly even wrote something on it. And I don't know enough about this region to know if there would be any sort of historical significance to that.
Well, let's go take a look. And she goes with you. She walks. She doesn't get on a horse or anything. She's just kind of taken in the town, and she stops, waves to a couple people, asks how their kids are, and there's a couple militia people tagging along as well. Goes and takes a look at the stone, which Farmer Greenwald had covered with a hunk of wood from his, like a plank or two from his thing. Oh,
Right.
I haven't fully covered it, but I'll uncover it. Uncovers it. She takes a look at it. It's nothing I've ever seen before. I can't make heads or tails of it, but occasionally we'll get some of the folks from out of town that pass through. I can hit them up and see if they know anything about it. There's definitely some symbols on this wood, on this stone here. The interesting thing I notice is the stone itself doesn't look like it's from around here. It doesn't match the stones that are here.
How interesting.
And it's like slightly darker gray. And most of the stone you're seeing around here is like browns and yellows. This is a dark gray to light gray, even some white marbling in there kind of stone where it's had symbols chiseled into it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, what's also interesting about it is you see how smooth and round it is. Most of the stuff we get around here is pretty jagged.
Well, I mean, it was sitting in water, so it may have been...
This was at the bottom of the well?
Yes.
Yeah. She looks at the well and sees it's just destroyed. She's like, well, I see you destroyed it with, hauling it out of here.
Well...
You must have broke the well when you were hoisting it out, huh?
More like it flew out, thanks to the pressure that was built up behind it.
I see. Well, that's very interesting.
Yes. Well, for now, I think this solves Farmer Greenwald's and possibly his neighbor's issues with water. I do
You
hope
should have
that...
seen it. It shot out of there like a shooting star. Took out the roof and everything. Is that true?
Well, I was at the bottom of the well when it happened, but that seems to be the truth of it.
That's pretty interesting to find out too. Well, as I said, if we get any of the scholars coming through from Ogma or any of the other colleges, we'll have them take a look-see at it. I'd ask the wizard on the hill, but he's kind of a jerk. Nobody really wants to talk to him. And frankly, the less I talk to him, the happier I am. So, but that's it.
All right. Well, I'm pleased to have been able to bring this to your attention and to help the farmer solve his problems. Although I do feel bad about destroying some of the well tackle. You have my deepest apologies, and if you do need more assistance, I'm happy to help.
Well, I mean, if you really want to, you can come back tomorrow and help us with this timber. We're going to put across. The straight up beams that hold it up are in fine. It's the cross member that was shattered along with the roof, and it's like it's going
Right.
to take me a few days to build the roof. I don't know what your schedule's like, but if you're here every day, you can come over and help me with the roof. I love getting help. It's just easier.
Mhm.
You know how to make nails?
I am not really that much of a smith. I apologize. As I said, my
well-
expertise lies in irrigation and wells and water.
I understand. Completely understand. Well, thank you so much for your help. Yeah, it was really nice of you to do that, the Lord Protector says. Well, I guess we'll be on our way back into town. And she breaks off pretty early to go see how the workers over at the Frost Touch Frog, or what was the Frost Touch Frog, are getting along. You make your way back into the downtown area. You make your way back to the what was the North Shield House, where everybody is still probably sleeping it off. Turja, you can't stay asleep forever. Cimmerian can, but
Well,
you
what time are we at roughly?
you're probably at about 9 in the morning now.
That's fairly reasonable. I'm willing to groggily make my way down for musty bean juice now.
Okay.
Now that the market is kind of bustling, I will stop in and purchase a couple of rashers of bacon.
There are some people selling pork products and some other meats, cured beef. It's all cured.
Mhm.
I
I mean, that's bacon.
salt cured. And it is available.
Okay.
I forget how much that would be, but I would say about 4 silver for a few rashers.
All right.
A couple rashers of bacon there.
Actually, I'm curious if bacon is actually in the list of equipment. It is not.
1,001 uses out of it. Make some grease. Could make some good lard.
All right. And Turja, as you come down, you're hearing about a bunch of people talking about how somebody came in yelling this morning about looking for some pseudo nobles and their priest of gone boy toy and some other BS because they wanted some revenge, and they got laughed out of town by the Lord Protector, and you just don't understand. Like, and they, rumor has it they were heading on their way to Neverwinter to try to catch them on their way, because that would be the only place they could possibly go nearby that would buy up that kind of stuff.
Well, that's an interesting thing to make a note of. I make a note not to sell or loot in Neverwinter.
Sell.
I'm clearly, I couldn't possibly be some imposter noble because, I'm wearing grungy old clothes and my hair is like a rat's mess and, I'm just sort of sitting
Takes
there
off her glasses.
Something to eat, please. If you have any mastica bean juice, that'd be nice.
Well, we got a hot steaming cup of it. We're lucky that we had some come in from Waterdeep not but a month ago, so we do have some. It's such a delicacy.
Well, I shouldn't have it, but yeah, give me a cup, please. And then breakfast, whatever's on the menu's fine.
Yeah, we've got leek and potato soup this morning, along with some eggs and the usual breakfast fare.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Great. That'll be a silver piece, please.
I think I still have that fancy pouch I took from Mr. Nobles, so I just pull this magic silver out of it, and the silver's not magic. The fact that I automatically get whatever I need exactly when I need it is magic.
So the handy coin purse.
Uh-huh.
So you think I need a silver, and it happens to have a silver in it, and it pops out.
Pretty much.
The handy coin purse is awesome because you automatically know how much change, how many coins, and by what type is in the purse at the time. And as long as it's in there, it will give you exactly the amount of coins in the type that you need that are available. Or gems, if you have gems in there too. And that's the only two things that will go in to it. If you try to put anything else in it,
tokens or anything in there.
it won't. No. You can't put fake like showbiz tokens in there, or what is it, Chuck E. Cheese tokens. They just don't go. Like you try to put it in, and it goes, all right, back
Point
out.
on the string, they pull it back out.
Yeah, doesn't even work. It literally repels it. It's magic, So you just reach over, pop out, hand in the silver. You actually look pretty cool doing it. And you eat a small breakfast, at a high top table by yourself. And
This
Rafe
suits me.
walks in.
Yes.
And Rafe walks in.
Oh, Terja, I didn't expect you to be up. Well, I should qualify that. I didn't expect anyone to be up.
I kind of give a half-hearted chuckle at this, and I say, have you heard the news? Apparently a couple of nobles got robbed last night.
Not only did I hear the news, I saw them complaining at the Lord Protector's tower, and I saw them ride out of town towards Neverwinter.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They're going. Apparently they're hoping to find the people who robbed them, fencing the loot over there.
Incredibly, the Lord Protector said they complained that one of the people that robbed them was a high priest of Gond, which of course is ridiculous.
At that, I actually do throw out a full laugh, and I say, yeah, I'm sure he said something like that. Like a high priest of Gond would be around here.
Yeah, very strange. And I'm going to actually walk up to the tavern keeper and say, could you prepare these rashers of bacon when our gnomish and elven friends do actually make their way down?
You're bringing in your own food to feed them.
Well, they wanted bacon, and I happened to be in the market this morning.
The tavern innkeeper is Urgala Meltimer. You can tell by the way she carries herself, as well as the longsword by her side, that she is a retired adventurer. Her hands are strong, and she has no problems taking your rashers of bacon, speaking to a couple of her staff, who immediately take it back and begin sizzling it right up for you. Remember, the best part of waking up is bacon grease in your cup. So
It's true.
the entire area is filled with the smell of delicious sizzling bacon.
Well, at some point, they're going to wake up and smell the bacon. Until then, we should probably do a little bit of planning. That way we're ahead of them. I say this to Terja.
Who's got the bag of holding right now?
Probably
Rafe?
still Terja. Did you
Oh.
give it back to me?
I think I gave it back to you.
Okay,
Okay.
then it's on Rafe.
Okay. Any
So
other
we're still going to
plans?
Neverwinter, but what are we going to do with all of your things?
Well, just hang on to them until we get back to Waterdeep, I guess.
Well, I mean, the bags are a little bit full.
Get another bag?
Reasonable, I
way,
suppose.
When a bag of holding is not like a handy haversack, like if you want something out of it, you have to dump it all out to get to the stuff. I mean, you could just reach in if there was a few things, but when it's full like that, and it is full, you're not just grabbing what you need out of there that anymore. That's not happening. So, you got stuff that's important that's in that bag that you need to get to quickly. No, and right now
Literally the
you
only
don't
thing
even
that's
know what's
important
in
is-
the bag completely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Rafe has no idea. And he hasn't even looked.
Mhm.
So. He just knows it's full because it feels full.
Garlo, Cimarine, and and Luciano, sorry. At about 12 noon, while Turja and Rafe are sitting there, sipping, morning beverages or, and just relaxing, discussing their day, but allowing the day to pass a little more gently than some, you smell the delicious smells of cooking bacon.
That's my wake up time, anyways.
Yeah, bacon o'clock.
Well, it's only been a couple hours. I'm fine. I'm good to go.
Yeah,
Bounce up.
that short sleep for elves is kind of BS when you think about drinking.
You guys. I need everyone to make a constitution check that was just now waking up. Let's see what we got here. Do we have a hangover? No for Cimarine. No for Garlo. No for Luciano by the hair on his chinny chin chin. Okay. You guys wake up. You're not hungover. You're probably excited because you got away with it. Or did you?
You're
You're still alive.
Taking care of us.
That's a
That's
good
what happened.
sign.
The Lord Protector hasn't taken us into custody yet.
Good day.
Gar-
It's a great day.
Garlo wakes up in the tub because it was the porcelain was so cool against his head. Like,
Luciano, your character wakes up to your badger chewing up some of your leather pouches. Your badger is hungry.
Yeah.
Stampy is pretty chill. The Tressum is like, hey, biting on your chin, like, breakfast time, hey, tap dancing on your face, putting little feathery wings under your nose to make you sneeze.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna wake up, kind of like see it, like, kind of when it's like, what am I looking at? Okay. Good. What? Hey, Reg, stop it. Hold on.
Regdab the badger is hungry.
Yeah, Reggie.
Reggie. I like it.
I'm gonna bundle my little kitty cat thing into my arms and head on downstairs like nothing happened. Like we didn't just party all night, sleep till noon.
All of you hear the door open 2 doors down for Simmering's room. Sim's downstairs. You see Rafe and Turja at the table. You walk over.
Oh,
Rafe-
again, good morning, everybody. How are you?
Well, got a little bit wet, but otherwise solved the problem. Feels pretty good. How did you sleep?
Great. I mean, I would have slept better if I had maybe company. I glare at Turja. But it's fine. I'm not gonna take it personal or anything.
When I come down, I'm reassuring. I'm like closing the door, reassuring Reggie. I'm like, Reggie, stop. I'm gonna get you food. Okay, buddy. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. And I'm like slowly shutting the door. Stay right there. Don't do anything up.
Garlo's holding Stampy's on Garlo's shoulder, and he's going downstairs. He's feeding him a little something right now, but he's taking him out to use the bathroom. Because Garlo's a
Good pet
responsible
owner.
pet owner.
Might as well just use the bathroom in there.
I imagine that's me, Lucy, and Garlo talk about. It's like, why don't you just let him shit in the corner? Because I'm in the room. I don't want to shit in my corner. Yep. Take him out, get him situated, and then I put him back upstairs before I join the others.
As you get down to the bottom, you see Luciano is making his way to the table, and you hear what sounds like some ruckus upstairs, like some furniture overturned or something. Could be your room, could be a different room. Yeah, you know.
As inconspicuous as possible. Just.
But you smell bacon, and
Yeah,
there's plates
great.
of it right in front of where you guys would be sitting at the table. So, you know, Garlo handles business, comes back, goes to eat some bacon.
Yeah, like orders eggs, potatoes especially, and just like pulls them into his mouth. No real like utensils aren't really necessary as much as Garlo's just full fisting into the mouth. Just
A few
Will there be
moments
pocket
later,
bacon today?
there will be pocket bacon.
I need. A few moments later, you hear like a couple, squeals and yells, and then you see a badger scampering its way down a set of stairs. It has figured out, probably by knocking over furniture to get to the doorknob, how to open the door.
He's
and let
learning.
itself out, and it's
Clever
now
badger.
heading back to. And it immediately comes up to you, and like jumps towards the chair, grabs your leg, starts clawing its way up your legs, and then jumps onto the table. And right in front of your plate, Luciano, it just starts eating your bacon off of your plate.
I'm gonna immediately be sad. Just like, I don't do anything to stop him. I'm just, my bacon.
Can you understand animals right now, Sim?
No, but I will gladly cast Speak with Animals. Just for funsies in this case.
If you ever leave me not to eat so long again, I'm gonna shit in every corner. If you don't I shit in 2 corners this time, but next time it'll be every corner. I mean, bacon, God, really good
Lucy,
bacon.
when was the last time you fed him. He's starving.
I don't know. I think we came into town. I fed him, and then.
Well, I just want to be prepared for a very big mess in the future. And it
Did you
sounds
not
like
feed
you're
him
trying to
when we
earn
got?
it.
Did you not feed him when we got back yesterday?
No, I went drinking.
Luciano, you might not be cut out to be a pet owner.
Never had one before, so I mean, I'm still learning. I'm
This
figuring it out,
person's
guys.
so good.
Animals generally require food at regular intervals.
I mean, so do I.
That was
But
good
I make
bacon.
drinks.
You can
And you
use
see
that
the
as a
bad thing.
base.
Stop after it's finished off all the bacon on his plate. Turn over and just fall backwards onto the plate.
Good boy. I hope it was good, buddy. I'm just gonna give you a pet.
Yeah, rub the tummies. Rub the tummies.
Mm-hmm.
How is the skunk? How's Stampy and Tressum doing? Like, so I can like
They're
compare all
great.
animals.
You guys
Yeah.
take care of your animals. Like you know. I mean, the Tressums are pretty
Him. I give him
independent.
love.
Stampy, you know really quickly what'll go wrong if Stampy's not happy. So, I mean,
Fair.
like, Stampy doesn't have a problem being happy, and Garlo's pretty emotionally attuned to things enough to know, you know, maybe I should let him take a bathroom outside, feed him snacks all the time. Besides that, the difference is the badger is often left in the room, whereas Stampy is usually around him, like either a necklace, you know, like a fur thing that nobody really knows is a live skunk or not. And the Tressum's very independent, like, and will hang out and fly around you for the most part. So yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. But Reggie the badger, not very happy camper because that thing eats a lot.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway.
All right then. How was well duty, Rafe? Fun?
It won't. Well,
Well
I'm not going to
duty?
say that. It was fine. His well was stopped up by something that was large and heavy and explosively powered when it came out.
Rafe. Okay.
We're still talking about the well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Huh.
No
Oh.
double entendre despite Luciano's best efforts here.
I thought Rafe was having fun.
Really?
You deserve some fun. Right? You deserve to have some fun.
Cut loose.
Are you capable of having fun, Rafe?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Rafe can throw down. Let's go.
He went
Priests of
drinking with
God-
you last night, didn't he?
Well, we're talking about different kind of fun. Can priests of God have fun? Like wink and elbow.
I'm just going to look at Cimarine and be like, yes.
Okay. You never know.
What? No. In no cases would you not know. There's only one celibate order in this world.
Yeah, everyone knows that, of course. And I go back to eating bacon.
Fun
Shaking
having
my
a
head.
side. Fun having a side. Are we looking to extend our stay here in this nice little town, or are we looking to move on?
Oh, important news. As I was walking through town this morning, I saw Lords Chet and Roderick accosting the Lord Protector, insisting that she arrest everyone and find the people that stole from them. And then later on, I saw them riding out of town heading for Neverwinter, where they loudly declared that they would find whoever stole everything from them because there was, quote, nowhere else in the area they could go to sell the things they stole. I had a conversation with the Lord Protector after that, where she said that they had accused a High Priest of Gond of being one of the criminals. So, I would suggest we should probably take our time.
All right. Well, I mean, if they left this morning, they'd obviously be a good league ahead of us.
Oh,
I mean, I
For
wouldn't
sure.
mind keeping the accoutrement for a little while. Some of those clothes look really nice. I don't know.
What clothes?
I thought they might be fun.
I'd give Luciano a significant look.
You know, the clothes. The clothes.
No.
I don't remember you
we
bringing
simply-
anything particularly fancy with you. Glaring at Cimarine.
I look
We
very
simply don't
confused.
want to be that close to angry nobles. Very, very dangerous.
I mean,
You hear
roads are.
the sound of heavy steps coming down the stairs. And you see what appears to be a gentleman wearing green, how would you call it, robes, a green tunic, a green cloak, brown trousers, large heavy boots that come up to his calves, and with a large pole and probably some belt pouches, but hidden under the cloak, you can see them bumped out a little bit. But he comes heavily down the stairs, but he's a beautiful human being, like golden blonde hair, tanned face, ruddy, an earthiness about him. And as he comes down, he stops by you guys and says, "It looks like you're having a wonderful day."
Luciano sees this man and just immediately slicks his hair back. Just fancy, fantastic. And I'm just stumbling. Yeah, great, yeah, great day. Yeah.
Sim tries to
He
shove
completely
him
ignores you.
behind. Yeah, it's totally a great day.
He does look at you, Cimarine.
Hi, hey, hi.
Are you a person of the woods as well? I noticed your bow when you checked in.
Wow, you're observant. Yes, definitely a person of the woods. That's me. Mhm.
Well, the world needs more like you. I wish you all the best today.
Who are you? Hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
Well, well, Jim. I know
Jim?
it's not fancy. No, it's James, really. James Green.
James Green. I look at Lucy. I saw him first.
Best of luck. See you around. And he steps out the front door to the veranda, off the veranda, and he goes out of your sight to the west.
Should we follow him? I feel like we should follow him.
We should follow
Care
him,
about
or
him.
we
A
could see what's in his
few-
room.
Other people also take notice and are like, "Who was that?"
Is the innkeeper?
With every step, you could feel the wood in the floor, like it just heavy dude.
Garlo watches the wine in his glass just like ripple like Jurassic Park.
I might need to follow him for science reasons. He knows wood stuff, right? We could always learn more about woods.
I don't know nearly enough about the woods. I would agree with
Same.
Cimarine.
I think you're all not thinking clearly.
I raise an eyebrow at Luciano and say, I don't think you're his type.
I think I'm everybody's type. I think you just need to learn that you're my. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You'll get there.
Um,
I
all
wink
right,
at.
well-
A small family of halflings also steps down not too long after that. Yes, we just, let's grab a little something for lunch, and then we're going to go to the pony park, and from there we're going to select your new ponies. Come on, Dad. Let's just go get the ponies first. Let's go get them now. No, I promised you a pony, but we have to eat before we make our way back to back home. But this is supposed to be the best ponies in all of the area. You need to go to
Garlo.
Maryville. Maryville Pony Park is not a joke.
Garlo was happy because he thought they were talking about the Happy Horse Ranch, but then they're talking about somewhere else, and Garlo doesn't care
Maryville
as
Pony
much.
Park.
Maryville Pony Park.
Yep, right around the corner. The family eats at another table. You can see it's like two younger halfling teenagers with their halfling mom and dad. Can't really make out much of them. Nice middle class, working class family. Just getting their ponies. Halfling sized beasts of burden.
I'll turn to the group, just kind of in a hushed tone. Do we need to look at the things we have packed away before we leave, or are we going to examine our belongings later on the road?
We can do it later.
Good. We can take inventory. Either way, it doesn't matter to me.
I'd also, just a thought, if we're, in the market, if we're hanging around another day, that it seemed like a lucrative venture kind of fell into our pockets. So if we wanted to perhaps change the way we travel, perhaps, not that I have anything against your repairing on that cart, Rafe, but we could maybe shift into something a little bit bigger that we could carry more things in.
Yes.
If you'd like to, certainly.
Because we have the two horses we got from the Happy Horse Ranch. We got two draft horses, right?
Yep. Yeah.
You do have you have a two-wheel wagon cart that works just fine right now as well. Are you looking for something a little more different?
I was curious if anyone else was interested. I mean, if
I mean, more
we
things,
could travel
more-
in a little style.
I would be down. I'd like a nice. I'd like to see what Chet and Roderick think if I rolled in a Neverwinter in a nice. What is it called? The cabin.
A carriage?
Yeah, carriage. Yeah.
Just a story like that, right? Where someone is maybe like poor, but actually rich, and like
that'd be
surprise
amazing.
everybody later.
Oh, they would eat their words.
Stuff like that doesn't happen in real life.
Says you.
I had not this much gold in my pocket a while ago. Make it happen.
I mean, that's very true. I've made more money in the time I've spent with all of you than the whole other part of my life. So,
Hey.
but or we can just stick with our horses. I love our horses. We could get better saddles then, if we want to. I mean, if we're gonna stick in town, we might as well do something with it. I mean, not that I don't love sleeping in a bed in an inn, but I mean, I don't see any difference in us just like hitting the road this afternoon. Then we won't get as far, but I mean, we don't have to go as far. We don't have to rush necessarily.
I say, why not wait until tomorrow morning? That way, we're less likely to run into anyone unpleasant on the road.
Sure. I mean, we could be the unpleasant ones on the road if you wanted, but
It might be advisable for us to camp out tonight rather than stay in.
Point.
Fine, I guess. But what
Biggest
about
eye roll.
the guy?
Am I no?
It's not fair.
So,
I'm,
as you're relaxing further, there are a couple people who do come in. They check the bulletin board on the one side by the door, checking a couple things. There's some news bulletins and some older broadsheets, because broadsheets aren't actually printed here. They're brought in from out of town, and people sometimes tack up articles and news and stuff. A few wanted posters, nothing of note, really.
Can I check out the notice board, Reed?
You want to check it out further? You want
Yes.
to go check it out?
I like to
Yes,
walk over
you
and check it
absolutely
out.
can
Yes.
check out the notice board. You see some of the things I've talked about. The wanted posters. Outside of a gentleman known as, I think, the Weevil, who's been seen up and down the long road for theft and there's a bounty, I think, for a very large sum of gold. You don't see much else about that particular person. Or anything else of note. It's all mostly like, horse thieves here and there. Probably somebody who stole the horse to get out of town. There is mention of 4 horse thieves and who assaulted a farmer after stealing the horses. However, they were also wanted for accosting the old wizard up on the hill, or the wizard who bought a house up on the hill. Not too far from where Farmer Greenwald's place is. But they, they've never been caught, any of those folks. Outside of that, nothing else other than some minor things mentioning what's in town. Because you mentioned, new saddles and stuff like that, there's a place called Orthavir's, I believe it is. Orthavir's, a harness shop to the north. He makes, tackle, saddles, other good leather works. He's kind of known throughout the Sword Coast for his ornate leather designs, made of elk leather, of some of the finest stuff that you've ever seen or heard of. There is, of course, the Lion Shield Cost. There is the Carton Coin, which sells feed and other things. A couple other different minor shops, but there is currently active Oldenaith's Arms, in case you need some new weapons of some sort, owned by the Oldenaith family. They've been around for a long time. They're known in some circles for making some of the finest arms and stuff. Fohammer's Forge across the street from it, however, is no longer functioning. Apparently, old Gelrin Fohammer has moved on to become a partner with the company West Mercantile Diversified, as part of a large mine that was found not too far from Phandalin. So
That's on the notice board?
you ask around and you figure that out, because Fohammer's has an advertisement there, but they tell you that place is closed. And you find out about his new partnership.
Gotcha.
There's the
I
Pony
make a
Park.
note of that. So
The Pony Park. There's a few other things. I mean, like, depending on what you want to do. There's some notice for tours of Gueron Slumber. However, that's usually done at the end of the 10-day. It's like a weekend event that they take the nobles on during the day. They do not do it in the evenings, but they do it during the day. And that's it. There's not a lot else going on here other than whatever you might find at the market from travelers or locals who are selling their wares or what have you.
okay. Go back and sit down and sip my bean juice.
Oh, one other thing that was on there I forgot to mention. There's always a notice. It looks like they've had several variations on it, because you see smaller ones and bigger ones depending on who made it. For the Tribord travelers always seeking mercenary help. North, south, east, and west routes available, long and short haul. Inquire with the Tribord travelers for your opportunities.
Are there multiple flyers on that one?
Yeah, they are, but some are older than others. It's not. It's like basically just people putting up new ones as new ones are made.
I grab one of the old ones and put it in my pocket. I figure
Okay.
the older one, it won't bother anybody.
All right. They, they charge quite a penny for there. But it talks about, guards get paid 4 gold pieces per day plus food and drink. Each guard also receives a 25 gold piece bonus if all caravan goods arrive at the destination intact.
Alright.
That's really good money.
I know, I
Gold
caught
pieces
that,
per
don't
day.
worry.
Yeah. But anytime something pays that good, there's probably a fair amount of risk to go with it.
We're heading to Neverwinter anyway, if we go in a group. Doesn't hurt to go to the office, see if they need anyone to help run a caravan up to Neverwinter.
Okay.
I mean, but then are you telling that to us, or are you just thinking aloud?
No, I'm just telling that to Reed. So I go back to the group and I put the flyer on and I say, hey, do you remember these guys? We ran into them on the trail up here.
Yeah, sure.
I
Wait,
say,
right over his head. Who?
The people we traveled with for days? Yeah, I guess.
Lucy's still
Hey.
trying to find Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say it can't hurt to go over there, see if they need guards for a caravan to Neverwinter. We get paid for going up there, and it's where we're going anyway.
I mean, we're already getting paid for a job we're heading to. I mean, don't get me wrong. It seems lucrative. It seems clever, but I mean, then we're beholden to somebody else.
Beholden. I mean, all we'd be doing is taking a job.
Yeah, but then we're, doing
Good
that.
job.
We're going at their pace, doing what they want. We're not. I mean, we traveled with them before, but we weren't, part of it. We could have split off anytime we wanted.
We'll see. We can see if they have a caravan going that way and are willing to let us travel with them. Nothing else.
Fair. I'm going to.
You guys are still chatting. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
going to be the responsible one right now. I'm going to take my badger out to use the bathroom now.
Okay, so as you get to the front
Everybody
door,
knows it.
you pause briefly as a large armored figure steps through the door. Probably about 6'4". Large frame, dark red beard, flowing red hair. It's the paladin knight that you saw in Nightstone. A little worse for wear. By worse for wear, I mean you can tell he came right off the trail. He has that I've been on the trail for a while fragrance. Sees you, he politely steps out of the way and allows you to pass through, very chivalrously, and steps through. Smiles broadly, and says, I'd like to speak to someone for a room for the night. And the tavern keeper speaks to him, and he leans in, says a few nice things, apparently, because he's smiling the whole time. She smiles back. He passes over a pouch of gold. She hands him over a key, and he steps back outside the front door. Luciano, you go around the side. You're letting your badger run free where it marks the grass everywhere it can and poops like nobody's business, because that's what badgers do. What else are you guys doing?
Then now I held up. Look, back, look. Go say hi.
I'm going back to my room. I put the cup of Mustika bean juice down. It's empty by now, believe me. I'm not leaving perfectly good Mustika bean juice on the table. But I sort of stomped
Would you
back
like
up
a
to the
refill,
room.
miss?
No, thank you. I just, thank
Switching
you.
to ale?
No, I'm just going upstairs, thank you.
But it's only 3 o'clock.
In the afternoon already?
Oh, you guys have sat in BS for a while.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding.
You all got up at
it's
noon,
1 in the
well-
afternoon.
Except for Terja.
Yeah, it's 1 in the afternoon.
Alright.
All right. So do we want to, before everyone scampered? Well, Lucy scampered, but he'll go with whatever. But are we wanting to check with the travelers quick, and then if they have one leaving soon, we can? Or I'm of the mind to leave tonight or this afternoon while the sun's still up. I don't see any reason to delay, but
I agree. I'm with you, Carla.
I'm down. But I'm outside, so I don't count.
what'd you say?
I don't
Right,
really feel
Fergie?
any one which way about the caravan. I'll be
I'm not
honest.
there. I went up to the room.
Oh, I was trying to catch you before you left, but
She ignored you and apparently went up to her room very rudely.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would have done that if Garlo had actually run up the stairs after me. So,
I think we're just at the table.
so Reed, how does that go? You're
You
God.
have to it's up to you guys.
Terja,
What?
Urge.
come back. We have something to decide before we're done.
Fine. I go back downstairs.
Come back.
If it were
you say
Cimarine, I
the-
wouldn't have.
You say that you flounce back down?
No. I just sort of stalk in like this surly mode.
Gracefully comes
So-
down on the handrail.
All right, so do we want to go hit those folks, the travelers, up right now, see if they're leaving? Rafe and Turja, Sim says she doesn't really mind what we do. Lucy, we can ask him when he's done walking the badger. I'm of the mind to leave. I mean, I don't see any extra point in sticking around longer. I think we got a job, so...
I would agree. We should probably leave soon, so we have enough time to make it a ways before we have to stop for the evening.
So we want to go check with these folks now? See if they got something?
Yeah, let's do that.
The rest of us, do we want to go ahead and just get our stuff all packed up and ready to go? So if they have something, then we're packed anyways. If they don't, then we can take off.
I can totally stay behind and pack things.
I mean, yeah. We also need to go pick up horses over at the Happy Horse Ranch. So
I'm gonna come back in and just, guys, you would not believe the size of his droppings. Oh my god. No more bacon for you, Reggie. Oh.
All right. Well, Garlo, good
The
luck.
armored figure comes back in, goes upstairs.
You and Lucy have a great time getting those horses ready, I guess.
oh, I was going to accompany Turja. I can go to the Happy Horse Ranch.
Sure.
We'll go get horses.
And I'll make sure that Cimarine actually packs.
Wait, hold on. I don't know how I feel about Turja. Are you okay with going to talk to these folks alone?
I guess. I mean, what's gonna happen to me in the middle of town?
I don't know this place. I mean, some nobles got robbed last night. Who knows what could happen? A terrible
Yeah,
time.
but I'm not noble.
It is,
so-
yeah, scary time.
Which is
in this-
why you should definitely take Luciano with you for protection.
I stare at Rafe like he's offering
Go.
to set me up with, yeah. I don't know, something awful.
Okay.
Yeah,
So then-
all right. I'll take Luciano with me.
Joyous! Haha!
So
Adventure
Turja and Luciano are heading over to the Tribord Travelers. Garlo is picking up 2 horses.
I don't like this part. I think
And
maybe, how about we all pack
Cimarine
and
and Rafe
then we can
are
go
going
get the
to
horses.
pack.
I'm 3 feet tall.
And we're gonna go to break, and when we come right back, we're gonna see if they even make it through one of these things without getting killed or murdered. So we'll be right back, everybody.
and stuff here at the inn?
I'm not hearing you.
Carriage.
Our
Are we live?
Yeah.
We are live.
Hey!
Just so
Green,
you
can we
guys
have
are
a
aware,
carriage?
we're gonna say this real quick so the tech goblin hear it. Hey, tech goblin, you're muted. Your countdown did not come in. So now we know that we're all on. Hey, good to see you. Can I get some town music, please? All right, so here we go. First, just thanks for everybody who's being there. Let's kick off with our announcements for the show. Yes, we are going to go ahead and do a giveaway just this once, even though we're a little lower than we want normally, but we'll go ahead and do that. It'll be the 1985 game stuff. So go ahead and hook it up. Go ahead. Who's up first for some of that?
I am on first.
All
Yes.
right.
So remember, everyone, if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a free Prime Gaming subscription. So please show your support for the showcast and crew and hit that link in chat. Prime Gaming subscribers get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the TGT Discord, so you definitely want to join as soon as possible.
Okay. Who's next?
So Streamloots is live. You can purchase your Games Tavern packs by following the link in chat. These can be utilized to help us out. And by us, I mean the cast. And unfortunately, also, as I am contractually obligated to tell you, our DM. The cards include things like inspiration, bonuses, granting luck points, and there are even some very collectible cards, like, for instance, dogs.
Tech Goblin, I know you just put the link in chat for everyone. So in order for you to get this, you have to register on Streamloots right now, by the way. Tech Goblin, can you pick a name at random to give a multi-card pack to somebody for free that's already registered? We'll give them about 30 seconds to get their registration knocked out. Click that link, folks. Get that in, and we're going to give away a random card pack to somebody who's registered. So, and you get to play those things as just happened for Rafe for a +1 to survival in the first half of the show. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right, who's next? Who else has got something for us? Nothing? Nobody? No other announcements?
I can hit the sponsor again if you want.
Yes, of course.
Huge thank you again to Shard Tabletop. Again, they make it super easy to play your 5th edition games. If you haven't already, check out Shard. They have everything you could ever want. Digital character sheets, supplements, and so much more to help you on your D&D or other, 5e journey. We think so highly of Shard Tabletop that it is the official virtual tabletop of the Games Tavern. We love it so much, and they love you, so they're going to give you 20% off. You heard that right. 20% off all subscriptions if you use code TGTShard20 when you check out. So go do that. TGTShard20. Use !shard in chat for the link, and go have fun.
And not only will that enhance your games, it also supports our stuff here too. So that's also a win. And the guys at Shard are amazing and agile and constantly changing up things and making it exciting. So check it out. And then my final piece, which was not on the list, but I wanted to make sure we get it in there, is we have some pretty cool merch here at the Games Tavern now. Nerdy shirts, hats, all sorts of the cool things, both with our logos and some things without that are just nerdy and fun. If you haven't seen it, Tech Goblin just put the link in chat. Check out our merch today and get some cool stuff. It supports the show, but more importantly, you look really cool, and other people will notice that you're a gamer too pretty quickly with this kind of stuff. So
Can confirm.
check it out. Check it out. Okay, moving on. We have got our town music up and around. Starting off, Garlo, you make it to the Pony Park, the horse ranch, no problems. You're getting the horses together, and you're going to start leading them. While that's happening, Turja and Luciano, did you guys head out right away, or are you doing it that evening, or when are you doing this?
I thought we were trying out. Yeah, so.
Okay, so you guys step out and go your separate ways, from where Garlo is to handle that. Okay. Walking across the square to the Tribor Travelers, you make it to that building. But before we kick off, what happens before you walk in the front door of the Tribor Travelers, you definitely see some other Tribor Traveler mercenary types sitting on the veranda in front of the building. They're smoking pipe weed out of their pipes. Pipeweed is nothing dirty. It's just what they call tobacco in this area. And there's a few that are playing, I guess, a game of horseshoes in the dusty field in front. This was also the site of a revel the night before, but instead of going to this one, which you almost did, you went to the one that was at your end. But there are a few broken bottles here and there that look like they got thrown down in the middle of the night. There is a couple spots with some blood soaked into the wood. The blood may or may not be fresh. No one seems to give a shit. It's just that kind of place, right? And it's not just this area. You can tell it's kind of like a mini compound. This building plus a couple outbuildings plus a little wall surrounding parts of it. It's kind of like you walk into the compound to get into the space, but then there's like all the doors face inward a little bit as well. Most of the folks there pay you no mind. But before you walk in the doors, we're going to also check back in with Rafe and Cimarine. You guys were left by everybody else at the table. You guys talked about packing. Tell me how that's going to start off.
It's going to start off with Rafe getting up and saying, "All right, let's go up and pack, and then you can go do whatever you actually wanted to do."
Oh, I definitely wanted to pack. Sure. And pushes away. How about you go pack your room? I'll pack Tertia and Mai's room, and we'll meet up to do Lucy's room.
Okay.
Cool. Runs.
And then he's going to wait for her to go upstairs.
It is like
Do you run upstairs?
Oh, yeah, run upstairs.
So you see Cimarine with unusual agility and energy bolt up the stairs and you hear the door open and you see the door close because you go up behind her because you don't completely trust her, I guess, to not just go anywhere. You see the door slam behind her as you make your way up to your room, Rafe.
Yep.
What are you doing there?
I'm just pulling Garlo's stuff together into his travel bag. I'm already packed.
Okay. Because your stuff was woken up. Not only were your sheets made, but your bags were packed neatly at the foot of the bed and everything else. Okay.
In all honesty, Garlo really didn't unpack at all because we kind of slept in the revel clothes. So yeah, it's pretty much all there.
Yeah. I was not expecting Garlo's stuff to be much work, which is why I was like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Garlo, if I recall correctly, Garlo didn't have that much stuff to begin with.
Nope.
So he was a pretty light packer for the most part.
He left with a day bag. He's acquired a wardrobe.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Cimarine, please describe your packing.
So I think Cimarine did not follow the wisdom of her friends, and her stuff is everywhere. Just scattered. Probably takes up most of the room. I step over all my stuff and I go to the window that was open last night, and I reopen it. And I'm gonna try to climb out of it.
Okay. So at roughly, 1:30 in the afternoon, you step out of the dormer onto the, shingled roof, wood shingled roof.
Okay.
And you are 2.5 stories above the world.
Delightful. Sounds like I have a really good vision. Topside. I try to find James just up on the roof, like seeing if he's in the crowd, if he's doing anywhere on the streets, anywhere nearby.
So from your rooftop vantage point, you can see, because you are right here on the map. If you take a look, can you see my little circles? Oops.
Yes.
See that?
Yes.
All right. So if you can see that, that's where you are, right here.
Sure.
So from there, you're on the back side of the roof, not the front side of the roof. You have a beautiful view of a small pond behind the Line Shield Cost area. The view of the orchard from the front of the Pleasing Platter down to the, just the top roofs and some of the area to the one side of the Ever Wyvern house. And you can see somewhat into the main town, but you don't see like the main town square very well because there's buildings blocking your
course.
view. There's no James to be seen here.
Of course not. Ah, goodness. He said he was heading west as well earlier.
He walked out the front door and headed west.
Guess technically we're going that direction. Does the room that Rafe's in have a dormer window as well?
How could you possibly know?
Good point. Oh, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
you want to go to the other dormer windows and check?
Well, it's not so much that. It's just that she's
You're
very
welcome to
openly
go look
on
in,
the
though.
roof. Like,
But
like
you
if
could go look. You could go look in the dormer windows. I mean, it's daylight.
yeah, her person isn't there. Not one track mind. Not
Okay.
worried about what's in those other rooms. It's just
Okay.
other people might see her pretty brazenly on the roof of this building.
Not from where you're standing right by your dormer.
Fair. Then okay, sure. Having my fun. Connecting the dots that he's probably not nearby. At the very least, we're going west.
There is a beautiful little sparrow that is poking its head out of a miniature nest on one of the other dormers.
All right. We can't speak with animal.
Yes.
Hello, friend. Hello, golden-haired woman.
Ah, yes, you know my name. That's wonderful.
So here's the thing. I'm looking for somebody. Aren't we all?
Are you looking for somebody? That's so sad. How about I'd help you if you help me?
Okay.
Delightful.
Okay, I only have like 9 more minutes of this. So,
What we're gonna do here, and I proceed to describe Jim Green. I am about to head towards Neverwinter. Are you familiar? Can you read? Doesn't matter. I'm heading that way. If you find him, can you find me and let me know? And just
How do you
just
describe this person to the bird?
Oh no.
he is wearing a green tunic and a green cloak, and he walks very heavy, and he's just so pretty. Like really pretty by our standards. He doesn't have feathers though, so just know that he's a very attractive being. I think. I only looked at him for a few minutes. I could be totally wrong. Only one way to find out.
I did see him.
Yeah? Where? Oh, is he close?
Yes. He smelled of meat.
That's that. I can unpack that one later. He's a hunter, probably ranger, woods folk. Is he?
He
in the
was
woods right
heading
now?
to the west, to the magical forests.
Magical forests.
The ones always in fall.
Always in fall, but that's so pretty.
Interesting. Can you find him and just maybe give him a message? Hi, my name's Cimarine. I'll meet you in Neverwinter. That's
I
it.
can't. I have to take care of my babies.
You're the worst. And I go
And you
the
what?
dormer.
Okay. All right.
Slam, and I'm at this point just like throwing stuff, angry about it all. And,
But you
and
said
I
you'd
assume-
help me.
I assume I've heard most of this.
No, you haven't heard a bit of
No.
it. You did hear a dormer
Awesome.
slam, but you don't
Okay.
even know where that was from.
As I'm done, I'm going to make my way back out into the hall. And
You're hearing
to...
like, what are you doing, Sim? You
Oh,
packed
I'm
nothing.
probably mumbling to myself, but in Sylvan, definitely in Sylvan,
Mhm,
as I just probably curse up a storm. And what is Church's stuff like? Does it need to be packed?
No,
What
it's
is it?
pretty neat.
Okay, perfect. I don't touch it unless something actually needs to go in. I don't touch it because it's not my stuff, and I'm not gonna disrespect your stuff. My stuff is basically poking out of bags and is not very well packed at all. But once I'm done, I'll go in the hall.
Okay, so what sounds like forever to you, Rafe, you hear like it's hard to make out behind the door. It didn't quite sound like that. It sounded more like Sim saying it, but I can't do Sim because it sounds like a. I just can't. It'll sound
uncanny.
if I do it. Oh, it's uncanny. But like you hear this weird language behind the door, and you're hearing like stuff being like. You're hearing the cinching of straps and stuff. And then you hear the door. That's him.
Hi, sorry that took so long. I had a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what what is the badger's name?
Reggie?
Let's see what Reggie's done.
Okay.
I took
I
Reggie
think-
with you, by the way.
Luciano's room.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we're
took
gonna
Reggie
open
with me.
Luciano's down.
Hey, on my
Oh, you
journey.
took Reggie with you? Good.
Yeah, I'm trying to make him more of an outdoor badger. I'm trying to get him used to being out with other people.
Okay. So you two step
Socializing.
into Lucy's room, and from there we're going to transition back over to the building that you guys just walked into, where nobody was really paying you too much of a mind at the Tribord Travelers. But as you're looking around, obviously with that lost, I don't know exactly where I'm going look, but I'm in this area and I'm looking for something. One of them goes, you here looking for work?
Looking to look about work.
Yeah, we're looking for work.
You need to find Earlham.
Early.
Okay.
Earlham Stockspool. He's the guy who runs the show.
Where is he?
I was gonna say, where can we find him?
Well, he's probably in the main area right now, just doing his thing. He's probably sitting at the table going through the books, but you can go knock on him. He takes visitors anytime as long as you're not a jerk. So, best of luck.
Not me. Couldn't be.
Shrug and head over to Erlin.
Yeah, I look for anybody. I walk into the main room, look for anybody with a book. Like
So
literally anybody.
you go
with
in
a
the
book.
main hall.
Yeah.
You can smell the stink of sweat, booze. You see like one broken table in the distance, but not where this gentleman is. The nicest table in the place in the corner is where this guy's sitting. It's himself and another person. You can tell this is the guy because everybody's kind of deferential to him. To describe Earlham, human, immaculately dressed, for even by Tribor standards, he's dressed very cleanly. He's got a patch over one eye with a black serpent, a red eye patch with a black serpent with wings on it. In the style
How much does
of
it look like the symbol on
Guitar.
that letter we found in episode 1? Can I roll
doesn't,
for it?
Doesn't look like that. There's
Aw.
similarities, but it's not the same symbol exactly.
Alright.
Very similar though. He also has a half elf sitting next to him, who, while smiling, you can tell he's smiling with his face, not with his eyes, as he scans the room and particularly eyes both of you as you start walking towards his table. There's two other people talking, and that's when you realize as you come around the corner to the rest of the table, you see the standing Lord Protector saying quietly, well, if you do see them, or if you know anything about them later on, please come see me. She turns around, sees you there, and says, I bid you adieu, and steps out the door. Excuse me, sorry about that. Not sure what your business here is, but my business with the Lord Protector is over. Are you looking for work?
Yeah, we were told to talk to Earlham. Is one of you Earlham? Just,
Earlham?
I just. Oh,
We're heading to Neverwinter. We were wondering if maybe there were any caravans heading that way.
He stands, he shakes your hand, offers his hand to be shaken, actually.
I shake his hand.
He gives a squeeze, looks at it. You have soft hands. Squeezes yours, Luciano.
I give him like a very good double-handed. Yep. Hi, nice to meet you.
2 pumps. Very good. Yeah, we have caravans heading to Neverwinter. Not for. Let's see here. I got another one going, and that's when the other gentleman sitting at the table. It'll be about 4 days before the next caravan heads to Neverwinter. It hasn't even arrived yet.
Ah. Damn. Poor timing.
Yeah, that's a little longer than we were hoping to stay in town, unfortunately.
Well, it pays well. 4 gold pieces per day.
Oh,
You can stick
no,
around.
no.
I have to fill 4 slots.
Oh.
It seems like the perfect job. I just think it's inconceived timing, you know. We're trying to get out of town as soon as possible. Just move on to Neverwinter.
So it's a one-way for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the bonus is doubled if you make the redoubt back. If you make the round trip.
I'm
We could guarantee that at this time, we're actually seeking work in Neverwinter, and you know who knows where that could take us. I couldn't overcommit us. I don't think.
we were just thinking it'd be safer to go with the caravan and cheaper to go with the caravan as guards.
Well, best of luck to you then. I wish you the best, but I've got nothing for you if you can't go in 4 days. If you can't stick around long enough, I'm sorry. I've got nothing else for you at all.
All right.
Appreciate you meeting with us. If plans change, we'll definitely come back.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Yeah, and thank you for thinking of us first. If you're ever back through town and you're looking for work, we're always looking for people in the Zentarum. We'll take just about anybody.
The Zentarum? I thought you were the Tribord Travelers.
Well, we own the Tribord Travelers. The Zentarum are a wonderful mercenary company that supports anyone with a lot of ambition and will to do great things.
Oh. Do the Zentarum have a place in Neverwinter where they hire people?
We certainly do, but that's not my area. I focus on the Tribord Travelers and moving goods.
All right.
I mean, if you want to talk to somebody there, just look up our trade offices there. I'm sure we have some folks there. Probably near the docks ward, if I recall correctly.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Absolutely,
Apologies for
it's been
bothering you.
just a pleasure.
Okay. You guys stepping back out the front door?
Yep.
As you step out the front door, you are in the courtyard still. Are you going to stick around this courtyard? You're going to leave? I'm assuming you're walking right out.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Where are you heading?
I assume back to the tavern.
I was thinking we could walk around town a little.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
We have some time.
I'm walking Badge. I'm walking Reggie.
Okay. So as you guys are walking back in towards town, you do see the Lord Protector standing talking to some people, but then she stops mid and bids them kind farewell, and then stops both of you and goes, "Excuse me, you two. Have you got a moment? I'm not really asking."
Well, actually, we are in a bit of a rush.
I step on
yeah,
Luciano's
thanks.
foot and I say, if you're not really asking, then I guess we have a moment.
It's
Great.
nice to ask.
How long have you been in town?
We arrived yesterday.
Okay.
I back. I'm just trying to mimic. Yeah.
And where did you come in from?
The road.
From the road, the south. Why?
The road, the south. So it's the south. South-ish by chance?
Yes.
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Wait, are you two together?
How dare you? Absolutely not.
I let Luciano take that one. I say,
Oh,
what?
so you guys were
I
just
didn't realize
walking.
that was such a.
I thought you
Is
two
there
were
something
walking
wrong with me?
together. Aren't you in the same party?
Same party.
Well-
Traveling together. Yes, we are. Yes. Sorry. Whew, mind transplant. I thought you.
So you both came in from South-ish yesterday.
If that's what you heard, then yes.
Well, that's what you said.
I said I don't remember the name of the town.
But you two were together.
Crime?
Sure.
No,
We're not
no,
together
no,
together.
not at all. A tiefling and someone with very soft hands and fair skin.
What
and
are you
tidy hair.
Point of order. How would Lord Protector know that Turja has soft hands? It's not like we've shaken hands.
Yeah. Funny thing. People around here don't look like you when they walk around. They all have
What?
rough skin from working the fields or from fighting. Years upon years of fighting. And you don't have that look about you, miss.
Fighting comes easy
Now,
to some.
Is
I
that
need you to make a
crime?
perception check, Turja.
Okay. Sorry, it's on the wrong page. Perception. 16.
You notice it, a little pin, right above where the clasp for her cloak is, that looks like a harp, viewed from the side. You've
Do I
seen a
know what
similar,
it is?
you've seen a similar pin on your mentor's robes, but you don't know what it means.
I interrupt her and I say, "Excuse me, what is that?
What is what?
That pin on your cloak? I think I've seen it somewhere before, but I don't know what it means."
Oh, she has her cloak covered up. It's just a medallion, trinket I bought. Back to you. Will you happen to be with a priest of Gond that came in just a day ago with you from Sousish?
A priest of God.
Well, yes. Is that a crime? Why are you interrogating us like this? What have we done?
Oh, I'm not interrogating you. Is there something you want to talk about?
No, clearly there's something you want to talk about.
Seems like you're
Yes.
off about
I
something.
find it odd that a strange group of people have come into my town right at the same time that another strange group of people that happen to have a tiefling, a noble, and a priest of Gond in it. And God help me if I find the other two and I match up I play that matching game that I played as a kid with the wooden pegs and the different holes.
Sounds like a terrible children's game.
Yeah, well, if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
Good thing we're not ducks.
No.
Right, if your questions
but if
are
it
over,
walks
we
like
actually
a bunch of thieving
taste.
adventurers and it talks like a bunch of thieving adventurers.
Good thing I'm neither a thief nor an adventurer. I am a bard.
Oh, do we have any nobles in our party? I think I would know something
Nonetheless,
like that.
If you did happen to notice the party that did it, if you could pass along the word, thanks. I couldn't think of another bunch of shitheads that deserve that like you wouldn't believe. Have a nice day, y'all. She turns around and starts walking back toward the large tower.
Okay. I just look at I look at Turge. I'm just like, okay. Think that was good.
Maybe we should just go back to the inn.
Absolutely.
I think we've had enough for one day.
Yeah.
Well, you guys start walking. You get next to the tower where the protector has walked ahead of you and just goes around to the front, but surrounding the tower is a bunch of market stalls. There's all sorts of fun little trinkets there. But while that's happening and you guys are just, glancing as you walk by, Rafe and Simmering, what is packing Luciano's room like? First thing you do is you open the door. The smell of badger shit immediately accosts your sinuses. And yes, true to form, Simmering, just like you heard, in two different corners there is badger poop.
Wait, can you do the thing? Get rid of the gross stuff?
I see that Reggie is expanding his horizons. This is not a positive thing.
No.
And I will prestidigitate the poop.
Okay. Poop prestidigitation secured. It is immediately less fragrant in the room. There is a dormer in this particular room. Do you open the door to get fresh air?
Yes.
Okay. Fresh air occurs.
Fresh air occurs.
And then I'm going to set
except
about...
for the pillow being absolutely shredded. the room for the most part is intact. How is Luciano's stuff unpacked that needs to be packed, Lucci?
He's not Sim to where he probably unpacked things purposefully or like with any intent. He's very much like when he's looking for one thing, he's just taking stuff out until he finds it, and then he doesn't put it back in. So it's probably just like a pile of stuff around his bags while he's like trying to get what he's getting out.
Okay. So on the floor is his backpack and bedroll and stuff like that. But on the table, on the bed, on the credenza, there is stuff like just you don't even make heads or tails like how this stuff came out. Like he just like, oh, this goes here, and this here, and this is next, but I'll put it over here anyway. Nothing. I mean, like clothes, belts, buckles, odds and
I'm
ends,
familiar
mirrors.
with Luciano's.
There's an ungodly amount of mirrors in there.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there are. Other things that he has, there's some combs, there's some Nolzur's Marvelous Pomade. It really makes the hair sheen and keeps the horns waxed, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but he's got it. It takes you probably about 10 to 15 minutes just to figure out how to cram it all in.
It might take a little longer because I get distracted by the mirror, the pomade. I try to put the pomade in my hair.
Make a investigation check on the pomade.
Oh goodness. Okay. 23.
No, I think you should let
Not
this
20.
happen. I think you should let this happen because black hair simmering would be hilarious.
How do you want to do your hair?
I think I'm trying to mimic Lucy's. So
A pompadour.
yeah.
So what happens is you don't pompadour. You have it like slicked back like that old was it Palmer video? All the girls like was it all I Want a New Drug? No, it's not I Want a New Drug. Addicted to Love. Like all the girls who had that slick back hair. You like suddenly go from Cimmerine's flowing hair to, and it's got the wet look too.
What do you think?
Well, you know what? It works for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm surprised. I'm not sure if I really like it that much, but I'm glad it works for me. Okay, we probably should put some. If you're wasting too much time, we should really be putting stuff away.
Right.
Oh look, a mirror.
Yeah. I'm probably not helping much with the packing. I'm just like having fun going through my friend's stuff.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, a couple times Rafe puts something in and you see it and you kind of go, take it back out. And you drop the mirror in, but you take something back out and you take a look. What is this?
Luciano's kazoo waxed.
Yeah.
I tried one of his shirts.
It's flowy.
Yeah.
It actually, it may be, no, it's still like you're swimming in it.
It's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
But it
I'm
smells
Luciano.
of cinnamon.
I play kazoo, and I'm a really good friend.
I think you've nailed him.
Thank you. I should go into the theater.
Good.
It's a very conducive packing experience for all parties involved.
Well,
For every
now that
three
we're
things
packed,
that Rafe packs, Sim takes out one. And it's just-
right, yeah.
Ooh.
Now that we're all packed, if you wanted to chase that green fellow, you should hurry up.
In a magic forest, and as fun as that sounds, going off by myself into a magic forest to change a stranger. I've done that before. I don't need to do it again.
Oh.
If we're meant to be, we'll cross paths, I guess.
Okay.
John,
I have questions about you wandering off into a magic forest before, but it's not important now. What's important is, what do you want to do? We have plenty of time, I think.
I gotta have this moment where I look at you, and we've never really hung out outside of like watch. You know what you could do? No, it would be fun. You should join me on the roof.
I have already fallen down today. I'm
Oh.
pretty sure the roof is going to be a very dangerous place for me to be.
What if I make it like worth it and stuff?
Well, you make a very convincing argument.
I'm very convincing, yes.
I open up the window.
It's already open.
Oh yeah, that's right. I scurry on out, assuming you'll follow.
Okay. I don't look super confident about stepping out onto a wooden slat roof, but I'm going to give it a try.
Okay. So you step out, and the roof is really stable, believe it or not.
Okay.
And you guys are standing on the roof, and you get a beautiful view of the countryside to some degree. You hear the sounds of the town, the blacksmith, everything else. As you're doing that, hold on one moment. Luciano and Anna, you guys bump into Garlo bringing the horses back. Garlo, you had no problems picking up the horses? You're walking them back over to the North Shield House?
Well, actually, I'm taking them down to Dar's Helgar, because that's where we parked our horses
Okay.
and whatnot.
So you bump into
And,
them on the way to Dar's Helgar, because they're going through town anyway, so...
Are these the new
Okay.
ones?
Yeah, Garlo looks kind of nervous, so he has the reins of both of the horses tied around his immovable rod, just in case. Because while Garlo is very strong, can't stress enough how strong, he's only 3 feet tall. And I think weighs about 50 pounds. And these are two very large animals.
Very strong,
The-
poor leverage. Got it.
Yeah,
The draft
physics still
horses-
works.
are actually pretty well trained.
Yep.
I mean, you're still getting used to each other, but for the most part, they seem to be following you.
And
They're not panicky,
Garlo's-
and you're not
Yep.
doing anything to make them panicked. So,
When we see Garlo and the horses, I'm gonna tell Reggie. I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, go say hi. Go say hi to the horses. Go, buddy.
okay, you're that guy today. Alririghty, so the Badger's in Coast.
He's pretty good with horses. He's been around horses before.
Yeah, the Badger has.
Yeah. I want to get them introduced.
So the Badger doesn't care about the horses, or does it? I need you to make an animal handling check.
Oh, I got trapped in something. Sorry. Animal handling. For a big number, 15.
Yep. Badger runs like crazy towards the horses to try to get to Garlo. The horses immediately are like, and start stomping around. Garlo, do you want to make an animal handling check to defeat a 15 to screw up your thing, or do you want to just go ahead and activate the immovable rod?
Yeah,
Can I get a
that's-
mischief music, please?
Yep, Garlo, because it's just like the knee-jerk reaction of, okay, something's happening, and he clicks the rod, and then it looks around at like what
The horses
threat
like
is.
yank and then suddenly can't yank, and they're just going crazy.
Oh, calm down. All right,
ahead,
and
give me
look
your-
around.
Yeah. I need you to make an animal handling roll now, differently.
14? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I have a D4 I'm going to add.
Okay. Here we
You should have
go.
found out first whether you'd already
Boom.
won.
All right, so that's an 18. The horses immediately start to calm down, and the Badger just kind of like,
Reggie?
and then runs over to you. And just nuzzles up to your shin a little bit.
Garlo!
Yeah, I know you, buddy. I know you.
I pick him up by like the scruff of the normal animals. Lucy, you'll understand there has to be a leash at some point, all right?
He's gonna be free. I'm training him. I want him to be able to run wild.
Then it's not a pet. Then it's just an animal.
Sergio, what are you doing during this?
I'm going to argue.
Looking at the badger with this look on my face, like, I wish I could just let you go right now.
I throw Reggie at Lucy.
It claws into you, Luciano, just a little bit to lock into place.
Good boy. Oh God.
Right?
Are these them?
Yeah, these are them.
Are you? You get back to Tavern? Where are you going?
Oh no, I'm gonna get them hooked onto the wagon.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go down. We'll go that way with you. I don't think it's too far out of the way.
Sure. Then we can get the horses. I was gonna
Yeah.
just kind of leave them there and get it all set up, and then we'd go back for the bags. But if you guys are with me too, then we can go and
Double
pick
time.
up Sim and Rafe.
Yeah. Yeah. Sadly, it was a little bit of a wash with the job. They were
Oh.
looking for somebody to leave in 4 days. I just, I don't think that's gonna be us.
Not great for the time. Unfortunate. But, I mean, we're going to have to travel back.
Great
soon,
guys, though.
Unless Rafe suddenly gets okay with traveling by sea, I think we're probably going to have to travel through these roads again. So
Yeah,
You think
Rafe,
he
can you
will?
can you do that?
Rafe's not there right now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We're just walking to the
I
hotel.
forgot.
Yeah.
So while you guys are walking back into the wagon caravan park to get the horses set up, we move back to the rooftop of the North Shield Arms, or the North Shield House, where Simmarine and Rafe are standing admiring the view for a brief moment. A nice breeze flows by.
Okay, so we need to climb just a little bit so that we can see when our friends come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to wonder where we are. We're obviously on the roof. So at least we'll be able to see when they come in. And so, I'm going to try and reach, I guess, just go over the top of the roof, help out Rafe as much as possible. He's looking
As
thinking
you
about it.
start to go up, a sparrow, Rafe, you see a sparrow come over and immediately starts going and flying around Simmarine.
I can't talk to you right now. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I can't talk right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure it's very important. I'm sure your babies are very nice. I'm sure they are.
I'm not going to use my last spell slot to cast Survival 3 times in one day. So, I'm trying to swat it away.
Ignore it. It's fine.
It finally gets sick of trying to communicate with you, and then
Oh. If we're able to get to the other side, what's settled, I guess.
So I have a favor to ask, which I realize asking on the roof might have been a favor. So this is maybe a second favor?
Okay.
This just seemed like the fun place to hang out for in town. Where, I don't know, people are, it's fine. You spoke a language earlier that I wasn't familiar with. When we were at the fancy place.
And I will say something in Orcish. Was that the one?
That's the one. Yes. I will trade you some words of that for some words in Sylvan.
Okay, that's fair.
And maybe over time we can just teach each other the different language, and then we just gain a new skill. And I feel like that could be useful for both of us.
Sure. Do you know how to speak Dwarven?
No, but
Okay.
I don't have anything else to trade you for Dwarven.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure something out eventually.
Immediate discomfort. Immediate discomfort at that.
make an insight
Because-
check, Rafe.
And he's gonna say what he's gonna say either way. But yeah, 15.
Yeah, you pick up on the discomfort.
Because we have to get through Orcish first.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to agree to that yet, but I will think of something to trade for Dwarvish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I imagine they'll have been sitting there for a few minutes before they see Garlo coming back with the horses and the cart.
Along with Luciano and Turk.
Turgia and Lucy, yeah. So yes, Rafe will be speaking Orcish. I don't know if they'll be close enough to hear that, but
They will not be, because you guys are not bellowing it from the top of the. Well, maybe Simmarine is.
You learned apple, girl, and my name is.
My name is Apple Girl.
Where is the library?
Exactly.
Biblioteca.
true survival words in Sylvan. Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Orcish doesn't work that way, so you probably learned the words for serious fight, not serious fight, and very important feud.
Perfect. Good. Yes.
That's actually interesting.
All right. So as you guys are sitting up there chilling on the roof, you do see, you hear the sound of the wagon rolling by and a number of horses in a row being guided by Garlo, Luciano, and Turja. Whereupon, you guys have decisions to make. You're on the roof versus not on the roof. You guys on the roof, I need you to make a perception check to see if you spot them on the roof. You on the roof definitely spot them because you can see everything very easily. And they have no reason to be hiding as they're moving along the road.
we have to check. Okay.
Yeah.
Perception, you
Carlos sees nothing. He's focused on that horse.
I see through
Turja
the
spots them on the
walls.
roof very easily. Luciano's just barely, he's focusing on, man, I hope these horses don't poop in front of me. Turja, from your night before on the roof, it was fairly easily spotted for you to start scanning the roof because you're trying to see it from your perspective, and you see Sim and Rave just chilling out on the roof, sitting down and talking, but you can't quite make out what they're saying from the distance you spot them at.
Raise an eyebrow and I say, wouldn't have put them together, but all right.
Sorry. No.
What's that?
Lucy, no, it's this one here with the brown spots. That's Macintosh, and the other one is Brayburn.
Bravert McIntosh. Great
Brayburn.
name. Brayburn. Oh, Brayburn.
Brayburn.
Brayburn. Okay. Brayburn McIntosh.
You guys pull up to the outer edge of the building. Your miniature horse caravan in tow.
Oh.
All right, let's load up. Let's head out. Burning daylight.
Just gonna yell.
So I'll stay here with the horses and the cart if you guys get my things from my room in Submarines.
Y'all have simmering them.
Garlo jumps off, goes in, just starts. He asks the innkeeper and the kitchen staff to just pack up some dinner meals that they're kind of prepping already. Just kind of bag them up, bindle
Yeah,
style.
it'll
just
be
so
one
there's
goal
good-
to get it all done for all of you guys. Just no problem. Yeah.
I'm telling Reggie, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm grabbing our stuff. All right, hang out here with the horses.
Are you putting him in the wagon or out of the wagon?
No, he's just chilling on the street on the side. I'm like, hey, we're just watching. All right, we're just watching.
He just goes scampers underneath and hides under the wagon.
I was like, all right, I'll be back.
How much would it have cost to get some extra horse feed just for the wagon? I would have probably just bought it while I was there.
You would have bought that at the coin and cart, which would have been like 10 copper pieces. But I think you guys already bought like a 10 days worth of extra food for the horses.
We did.
Or for the draft horses that you
So we
got.
bought them. Yeah.
Plus you had some draft feed in there as well. Plus horses eat grass on the way, and there's going to be plenty of grass between here and Neverwhere.
A lot of grass in a place where it's never winter.
I'm popping into like all the rooms like, where the hell are Rafe and Sim?
Babe, I'm going to my room to grab my shit. Ah!
Who's watching the horses?
Me.
Turja.
Okay.
So having seen them go in, I guess Rafe would say, "Oh, we should probably get back down." But this is the Orcish word for catapult.
Oh,
Wow.
fun.
It's
And I
known
just start
as,
repeating it.
and the word comes out to translate literally goblin tosser.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to pronounce it in different ways, in different like guttural ways, and just really enjoying the process.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Tim does seem
You
like
hear
he would-
people yelling your names downstairs.
No, we're on our way back in.
Oh, okay. So Luciano opens his door because that's the window you guys went out.
Yep.
And sees you guys coming in through the window.
Anything in my bag?
Yeah, you're all packed.
Probably. Why wouldn't it be?
The
Like,
You see the slip
it,
back
right?
there?
Sim's hairs.
yeah.
and I'm looking at Sam, just like, you didn't go through my stuff, right?
What? You didn't speak up, Lucy. You didn't mumble so
That's
much.
great.
Okay, anyways, let's go. Are the horses here?
Horses are here. Yeah, Macintosh and Brayburn. Brayburn. They're downstairs.
One note: the pillow was not recoverable. You're gonna have to pay for that.
Yeah, I'll definitely pay for it.
Luciano, let me be really clear here. You're gonna have to pay for that, because we don't want to make an enemy of the innkeep.
I will pay for it. Gosh.
God.
All right. I just like grab my bag and I just look at, make sure nothing's like been left out. You know, do the whole like look through the
You
drawer.
check under the bed, check the drawers, make sure nothing's stuck in the drawers still. Okay, yeah. Looks like
All right. Hey,
everything's
Tim.
been
Tim
packed.
says grab her stuff.
It may be a
sure, of course, no
disorganized
problem.
mess, but it's packed.
I'm not too worried about it.
I'm going to try my best, kind of like trying to get all the grocery store or grocery bags in one go. I'm trying to get as many of the bags as possible.
For everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go into your room and grab bags. Rafe probably grabs his own bags. Garlo's bags are placed out the door. You grab those too. You do get them. You are managed to take them downstairs with much consternation and well, amazing coordination that didn't break your knees on the way down. And you get them to the wagon. Or the horses, depending on what it is. I need to know, what you're loading in the wagon. Not right this second. You guys can give me a list later. But what you're loading in the wagon versus what you're putting on your horses.
Well, the wagons were loaded with stuff from Sausage.
Yep. Thank you, 491 Phantom.
Phantom.
I look forward to seeing you playing those cards, my friend. And that pushed us over 100 packs. So on our next show, we are going to have a whole bunch of new packs when we come back in January. Thank you so much. Okay. Way to go, 491 Phantom. Actually, that's pretty darn cool. With that in mind, you will manage to get everything loaded onto the wagons and the horses. Again, the bird comes down and then takes off once more.
Is that a bird?
Let's see here. +1 perception was played, but I need to know who that's for, 491 Phantom. So please give us the name when you get a chance.
When we're leaving, I'm gonna not sweet talk, but I'm gonna talk to the innkeeper to talk about the pillow. Situation. So. I'll get
Yes.
Crazy thing. I came back. It seems like my window was open. I don't know if somebody came in to clean or something, but the pillow was torn to shreds. I don't know if something got in or what could have happened.
That'll be 5 silver pieces for a new pillow. The +1 perception is for Turja.
I have 2 silver.
Well, and she puts her hand up to prevent you from leaving. I guess you're going to have a problem.
I already had a problem. Apparently my window was left open by somebody and my pillow was torn up. That's not enough of a problem.
Deception check.
So much money we have.
15.
Do you see that? Well, that's a 16. So, I'm just going to have to say that,
About this pillow.
yeah, you're going to have to pay for the pillow.
Just cough it up, man. I know I'm not there.
Garlo's just like in the wagon, like, let's go
I will
already.
cast
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Liar's Gift.
She sees you doing that. She's already on to you, buddy. She goes, don't make a permanent mistake, son.
He's specialized in counterspell.
I've been doing this a long time before I started this in.
Oh, would you look at that? I found 3 more silver. I put that silver down.
I thought you'd do the right
thing.
thing. You're welcome back here anytime, but don't ever try that again.
But thank you for your hospitality, and I quickly exit the building.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Hope to see you again.
Mm-hmm. And out the door you go.
Oh!
All of us just like in the car waiting, like, what the hell is taking so long?
Just had to settle up. No big deal. Let's go. Let's just.
All right. So who's riding horses? Who's riding in a wagon?
Wagon.
Horse.
I'll take a horse.
I'll ride on a horse.
Oh, buddies.
We have 4 horses again, right?
Random D4
Oh,
inspiration. Hold
Yeah.
on 1 second here, guys. We're gonna figure out who's gonna get a random D4.
We had 3 horses, bought 2, right?
Yeah.
But 2 to pull the wagon. So we have
Okay.
4 riding horses. But
Yeah, we had 4 riding horses. We were using one to
I'm-
pull the cart.
Rafe has a random
Bought two.
D4 inspiration. Thank you so much, 491
Thank you.
Phantom.
I
So
don't
yes,
have.
we have 6 horses in total. 2 are for the cart.
Okay. I don't have proficiency in driving. Someone else
You'll
is
lear-
doing the driving.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you'll learn. You're on a road. This is the easiest way to learn.
All right. That's the rein. Okay. You pull that back when you want to brake.
This is the empty parking lot that you're
Yeah.
going to learn.
This is the. All right. You have your rear view. You have your.
Garlo is planning to use the immovable rod as an e-brake when things get hairy.
So, what's the immovable rod attached to be this e-brake?
Basically to the bottom of the seat of the wagon to just be like stopping all the force, whatever's gonna happen, just to
Okay,
lock everything
so
else
I'm
down.
just gonna let you know that a sudden immovable object making contact with a wagon being pulled at speed by horses is going to be a violent stopping motion. How violent is determined by how fast or scared those horses are. If you feel because chances are they're going to be really spooked or really fast by the time you hit that e-brake. It may not be so great for the wagon. Just a heads up. Okay. All right. And with that, you guys set off. As you make your way through town, gently and quietly, you turn the wagons around and circle back around through town. Heading through the town once more, but quietly. At a slow, reasonable, but respectful pace. You get through the other side of town, the little town there, and you get up past the 6 panes. I believe it was called 6 panes. What's it called? The 6 windows, the decrepit old inn, and you all finally get a really good look at the one that was shown to Rafe earlier as he walked by it. Just as you get past that, and just as you get to the next trail, Simmering, you see James Green walking just down the trail into the autumnal wood that is that magical forest. And he stops as you're going by, and he turns around and he smiles and he gives you a wave.
Hi.
And then he just waves you towards it. Come on in. And doggone it, if it doesn't look like there's almost a golden light reflecting off of him.
How far is he?
He's about 200 feet away down the trail.
Are we noticing the spy plane?
Yeah, everybody is, because Simmering usually runs in the front of the wagon, and she has stopped. And then he just turns around and keeps walking.
So pretty. Can we just take a detour? What if he's doing something really fun?
I think he looks like he's doing something amazing, Sim.
Thank you, Lucy. Yes.
The tour would be
No.
in 2 days if you want to take it.
I'm gonna go ahead and also vote no on following the beautiful stranger into the secluded woods.
What
It wouldn't be
Seems-
so
What
cool.
other kind of stranger would you follow into the woods?
I wouldn't like to follow any strangers into any woods if I'm being
Or anywhere
completely
How
honest.
to choose a stranger? Why not a beautiful one? I mean,
You don't get it. This is why we're friends. Listen.
Why does
Let me
everybody-
remind you, Cimarine, that you've already wandered off into an enchanted forest once before and apparently regret it. So maybe not this time.
I can't believe you throw that in my face, Rafe.
Well,
wait,
It's,
I didn't realize that it was a sore subject.
No, it's fine. You just bring up a really good point.
I look at
Take that.
Cimarine. When did you wander into an enchanted forest?
It was a while ago. I don't know. I was a
I'm just
kid.
gonna call out if he's within 200. Can I just yell, James? Hi, James.
No!
He stops, he turns, he waves again, waves you on in, and then turns around and continues walking into the autumnal wood. And this place is magical. Like, the trees are beautiful golden oranges, yellows, reds. Not
I
a
feel
not
so
a
much
not
safer.
a not a leaf
Go
on
for
the floor.
Sim. For Sim, we should make this happen. And I'm emphasizing for Sim.
I'm looking at Lucy for Sim.
I won't ask
Okay.
for anything for like a week. I promise.
I cast Mage Hand, and I yank on the bridle of Lucy's horse.
Whoa.
Well, all right, hold on. We've got to meet Gherkin. We didn't get a timestamp for our mission, did we? Gherkin was
No,
gonna,
it was assumed
we're just
you
gonna
wouldn't.
meet him.
You would get there as much as you needed with as much time as you needed within reason, and you know, right now you're still well within reason. There was not a
Alright.
breakneck pace expected.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to rush there. Wait. All right, I think probably for the good of everything, I'll grab a gold coin out of my bag and toss it to Sim. Flip it.
Okay, yeah, all right. Absolutely flip it.
Let me see here. I think there is a
There,
no.
D2.
There is not a D2 option.
Just roll a d4. 1 or 2 is
Just
heads.
flip a
3 or 4 is
coin and
tails.
tell us what you get. Pick heads or
Coin
tails.
flip, coin flip. Google
All
coin
right, I'll
flip,
flip
Google.
the coin. I have.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't have one nearby.
I have one of our really cool, soon-to-be-released inspiration tokens.
I'm gonna say the first flip, she doesn't call anything. She's just like, yeah, flip a coin, and like waits.
Okay.
But the second time, we'll actually do a real call.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails. It's tails.
And it's heads.
Oh my god. Thank God.
Well, heads you lose. You have to go into the forest now.
The not magical forest.
No, it's magical. That's clear.
Clearly, man.
Head
They
she
said
loses.
that-
That means she doesn't do what she wants.
I'll say
No,
there
I
is
didn't
also,
say that at all, Turja.
Garlo would have said it though.
Yeah.
I'll say that all we know about the woods, besides the handsome stranger, is the fact that one of the gods has been known to walk in it and bestow favors, or also take people away.
That's right.
Terrifying on that part.
You did hear. I will add to that. You have heard through the townsfolk the night before, as things came up in conversation, that it is illegal to chop wood of any of the trees that are in the autumn state that forested area is in. So part of it. I mean, the whole thing isn't that way. It's not like miles upon miles upon miles of trees. But it's probably, a circular square mile at least of woods that are like that. And there is no tree cutting there allowed to prevent any angering of the gods.
But what if he's a god and I get to smooch a god? That would be such a cool story. But
That would be an amazing story, and I would love to tell that tale.
There was an agreement. And this is dumb, but fine. If I missed out on kissing a god, Garlo, probably for the better, honestly.
You're the one who flipped the coin, but I mean,
I gave you the thing you needed to say. Heads you lose, you have to go into the magic woods.
I'll say the other one would just be. I mean, we've dealt with magic beings before. We made it through the Fae and the sewers, so
I beat
feel
a dragon.
pretty confident.
You did beat a very real dragon.
I beat a dragon, guys. I
We
think we
are
can handle it.
not going to fight a dragon. We are going to go to Neverwinter.
No,
like we
she's gonna go
promised
see
God.
then.
Can I meet you guys in Neverwinter?
No.
We do need
Hey,
to give
Are
a
you
little...
coming in or not? There's a beautiful view.
Hold on, James.
Wait a minute.
I can hear all of your arguments from here.
And you know we're
And one
not
of
coming.
you smells like cinnamon.
Lucy, that's you. Wait, no, James.
I'll say though, if if we were
pomade.
thinking of staying the night in Tribor, giving the goon squad a little bit of a further head start, could at least see what's going on in here.
We're leaving.
We could check.
No, that is a bad idea.
It's a
can
great idea. Please.
James
How
agrees,
many other
guys.
places are this
He's trustworthy.
beautiful?
Garlo, do you
year-round?
remember? Do you remember
It's 4 to
the
2 at
last
this
time
point.
we wanted to check something out, and the rest of us all told you no, and it was a bad idea, just like we told you?
Nope.
Turns around and keeps walking.
Do you remember
Forest?
spending a night in the Waterdeep jail?
Forest?
You and me, let's go. You and me, let's go.
I think Lucy and I just start going towards the forest.
You guys
kinda
start
like-
riding into the forest?
Yeah.
All right. You guys start riding into the forest. Garlo, you're at the wagon.
I mean, I'm not gonna let them go by themselves.
So you
I
start turning
cast
the wagon
sleep on Lucy.
in. You're gonna cast sleep on Lucy?
Yes. I don't have charm
Okay.
person.
Okay.
What am I rolling against?
You don't. She rolls the total hit points.
Perfect, perfect.
17. How many total hit points do you have, Lucy?
Have we rested, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys long
At
rest.
27.
Okay. Well, make sure you update your hit points. So that does not knock him out. But you
Can I
feel
cast it
suddenly
again?
drowsy for a brief moment, Lucy, but you shake it off and keep going.
I thought I was dreaming, but there he is.
Can I cast it again, Reed? Like, there's a cumulative?
You know, you'd have to beat
What's the range of
27
sleep?
hit points.
90 feet.
Can you beat 27 hit points?
In theory, I'd have to get kind of lucky.
5 times 8
40.
is 40. Yeah, you would, but you could do it, theoretically.
A little more than half.
Yeah.
You're gonna burn spell slots.
I
do it
am.
again.
28!
28.
Oh!
Okay, so you just burned a second spell slot. Make sure you tick those off.
Yep,
Very important that you do that.
I took them off.
And Lucy, I need you to make a dexterity check at
James, I'm-
disadvantage. Make it a disadvantage.
At disadvantage, you said? Dexterity?
Disadvantage, yeah.
7.
7, you fall off the horse.
Yep.
And you land and you wake back up because you take d6 of falling damage. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground
Alright.
from fainting. Marine, are you in front of or behind Luciano?
Front of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you hear Luciano.
Ow!
What the heck?
Are you okay?
I think so.
Garlo, you're riding up. Rafe, what are you doing?
I think I passed out. James
You're
probably has
moving,
that.
bud.
I'm watching what's going on, and I'm going to look at Luciano and say, "Well, that seems like an ill omen."
Are you riding in with them, or are you sitting by Turja at this point? Or are you on the wagon?
I'm next to Garlo's wagon.
Okay.
Ill omen.
Well, Garlo's riding the wagon in after them, so that means you're riding in after them. Okay.
Yep.
Turja, are you still standing on the main trail?
Yeah, I'm still on my horse on the main trail, and I say, see? The minute you turn over there, you fall off your horse. This is a bad idea. Get back here.
It's probably just lack of sleep. It can't happen again.
Get back on the horse.
I try. I like kind of rub my
Oh, yeah.
head, try to brush myself.
Let's just go.
Cimarine, you keep moving. Luciano
I
gets on his
guess.
horse, and he's now over 100 feet away from you, Turja. guys are riding in, and Anna's left at the trail. Or Turge's left at the trail.
Well, are Rafe and Garlo actually following Luciano and Simmering?
Yeah.
I'm not
they
gonna
said
let
that.
the.
They
I'm
said
not gonna
that
let
out
the
loud
dopes
several
go by
Okay, I'm
times.
sorry.
themselves.
I'm
They're in
sorry.
route, yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, they are out. They said it several times. They're en route, and you guys are now over 100 feet in. Turge catches up, I'm assuming? Or is Turge going to
Yes.
sit by the main trail? Oh,
No.
yes. Oh, yes. So the James Green is on foot, and you more than easily catch up with him, Simmering. And James Green sits there and turns around. He smiles, his dazzling white smile.
Sure.
I'm so glad you are here to see this.
See what?
I'm very jealous. Can I hear what they're saying from where I am riding up?
Yeah.
What does she
Right up
say?
to the other
Hold
side
on.
of it.
Come in just a little deeper. Come in just a little deeper. Look at the woods around you. The golden hues. The delightful views.
I think at this point I actually get off my horse, still holding on to it.
Uh-huh.
But I imagine there's some leaves that have fallen.
None.
None?
None have fallen. No. That's the
Okay.
magic of this forest. It looks like autumn all the time, but the trees are very much alive. The leaves are not falling.
I am aware that we can't damage the trees, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so never mind about getting off the horse then. I would really like to make a crown out of the leaves. Do you think that's okay?
I wouldn't do that.
But I'd be so
Please,
pleased.
come down from your horse. Feel the land.
Sure. All right.
You beautiful creature, you.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
need
I'm
to
just
hop
like,
down from your horse? Are you hopping down from your horse?
Yeah, I'm still holding on to it.
Okay. Make a
but I hop
perception
down.
check for me real quick.
Sure.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
13.
okay.
Okay, same score? Same score? All right. Beautiful. All right. All righty. Let's see here. As you continue making your headway and walking towards him, Luciano, Garlo, Rafe, and eventually Turja sees Cimarine hop off her horse and walking towards him. He's waving you all in. He smiles bigger than ever. You guys are deep into the autumn woods now. Can you smell that?
It smells nice.
That was
Yeah.
great. Oh my goodness.
Smells delicious. And that's when his staff turns into a glaive.
Ah,
And that's when you realize something wasn't right with his footprints on the path.
You know you can't cut the trees down, right?
And that's when his body starts to grow out of what it should have been, and the skin starts to turn a mottled white from its golden hue. And he
Look at
gets
little-
larger and larger and larger. And a brilliant horn sticks out from his forehead, and he stands 7.5 feet tall. When the Grey Wolf sent me for you, Cimarine. Excuse me, whatever your name is.
Person.
I should have known. It would have been this easy. You're a wanted lady. And his fanged maw
Her? Turtle?
smells of rotting meat as he levels the glaive.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's no chance of your escape today.
Oh, we're talking about escaping. Oh yeah, probably. Hey guys, sorry about this.
I told you not to follow him.
Whoopsies.
Speed.
If it's any consolation, you can.
I guess we're fighting. Okay.
And with that, we're going to find out who survives, who doesn't survive. Next episode of Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. So tune in next time after the Christmas holiday to see us live on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction here on the Games Tavern. And what do we have for our closeout?
Yeah.
We get closeouts. I know we do.
Isn't
You
that
have
a good
contest
question?
winner?
We got closeouts. How about you?
Did we have a contest?
I think I don't know. Did we have the contest? Yeah, we did. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't have a contest. Okay.
Everyone, don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel. Subscribing's free, and once you do, you won't miss any of the action, and you will also get access to additional content. Your likes and positive comments in the videos help other adventurers find out about the show, so head over and do it as soon as you can.
If you liked our stuff tonight, be sure to check out the other shows we have here at the Games Tavern. We're on break next week, but you can check out our other shows like The Omega Files, which is on Tuesdays. It is our Call of Cthulhu game set in the modern era. Mysterious forces around every turn, and 4 brave souls trying to uncover what threat looms. And on Wednesdays, you can explore the world of Eberron with Dirty Deeds. It ends at 7 p.m. Eastern. The team departing the City of Towers with the crew. They quickly begin to miss their companion, who remained behind. Very emotional.
And with that, do we have anything else? Any final announcements?
Yep. A final big, huge thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring us. As we mentioned earlier, Shard makes everything easy, including taking care of all the loot, which we will eventually get to, as it is sitting in a giant board waiting for us to distribute, thanks to Shard's excellent tabletop tools. So please check them out. If you check the link, you can get 20% off with the code ShardTGG20.
Thank you so much. And with that, you can always check us out on Discord. For those of you who are going to be missing out on your chances to hang out with us during the next week, we will be on Discord around here and there, and a lot of us are going to be spending time with our family, significant others, and in some cases just crying in our milk. But we really can't thank you enough for hanging out with us this year, and we are very excited with some of the cool new stuff that's coming for next year that we are ramping up actually behind the scenes even now as we speak. So please come back with us in January, and we will see you then. And with that, see you guys next year on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction.